of those things.
He couldn't take any more disappointment.
Oh, my God. The Jets killed him.
Welcome into the Sportsocracy here on ESPN Asheville. The Sportsocracy heard everywhere you go on the iHeartRadio app and seen everywhere on YouTube. Just go to thesportsocracy.com, click the live video link, subscribe to the channel, join us in the chat. He is back.
I'm back, and now Tank has SARS.
Yeah, I'm gonna die. Like to thank
He's just been a little germ incubator over there since I
thank my wife for this lovely whatever this is that is stealing my will to breathe. I'm going to do my best not to cough my way through the entire program today, but the Dayquil's on board or Mucinex or whatever the hell it was I took. Here we go. Welcome in. It's another fantastic edition of the Sportsocracy.
NFL Draft Yoda Bill Workman said Tank dying in the offseason is a yearly tradition.
It is. It is.
What is it about within like a month of this season ending? Tank has H1N1, SARS, COVID, hantavirus, Ebola, whatever disease that will eradicate you quickly. You somehow have it every year.
It's because I'm a gamer, and I give you all I got throughout the season. And once the season ends, it's now, okay, now it's time for the 4 surgeries that I needed to have in the middle of the season when I got hurt originally. I am the Baker Mayfield of talk radio.
Oh, I like that a lot.
But I'm just saying, my performance gets worse as the season goes along, and, by the end of it, I could be dead. You don't know.
By the end of it, everybody's saying, why have you not replaced him yet?
Right.
And then he dies, gets put back together.
He's so good for the first 6 weeks and then dies. Yeah, and then just limps his way to the finish.
Oh, and this year, we've been putting together the tailgate tour for this year, and she's a doozy. Poor Tank, week 1, he's just going to be like, I'm out.
The NFL is his defense against sickness, pretty much. I get caught up in the fever, and it's the adrenaline that keeps me going. And then once the adrenaline's out of my life, it goes, oh, now it's time to feel all the pain.
Well, here's the thing there, Bunky.
Yeah.
We're 100 days from week 0 right now.
Yes, we are. I
cannot
wait.
You get all the sickness out of your way.
Working on it.
Week 1, we have to let's see. We have 2 long car rides, 2 plane trips, and I think there might be a boat ride in there somewhere.
Boat ride?
Going a little boat ride.
Where we going on a boat?
With the Macho Man.
Oh, yeah. Hell, this sickness keeps it up. I'm going to be able to do a good Macho Man.
One person got that joke, and that person is indeed my constituency.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Is he invited?
The Macho Man?
No, your friend that likes boats. I thought that's who we were talking about.
I love what he does behind the curtain things. That's my favorite.
Oh, man. Yeah, so today we've got more predictions coming out. We're going through the schedules and the prognostications for the AFC East and the NFC East. We have some things to talk about as well. There's some topics brewing, which we will start the program with. But before we get into all of the kerfuffle,
I got real excited that I got to do it. I get to do it again. I haven't done it in a long time.
I just want to do a quick PSA first.
Put it in D.
Because
D stands for go.
It's Memorial Day weekend, and everybody needs to be safe out on the roadways. And if you happen to be, 87 years old and drive a black Ford F1 or F250, excuse me, I almost mislabeled the truck, that has a license plate that starts with CLR. I'm not going to mention the other numbers, but I do know them. And if I ever see you again, I'm going to honk real loud and flip you off again like I did earlier today because you almost drove me into the damn barrier out on Talladega 26 on the way in here today. And I just want to say, hey, olds, go home. Go turn your license in.
That would be at 1 Tank Spencer.
Absolutely. And if anybody knows who that person is, I would gladly love to have their phone number so I can call them at 2:30 every morning for the next 6 months just so I know that he never forgets. Just saying.
I'll go ahead and tell you, if I'm with him when he sees you, I'm just going to walk up and boop you on the nose.
Go get ready. Get ready, Paw.
Howdy do.
Woo, buddy. All right, so.
He's been on fire about this for an hour.
I'm telling you, man. That's the closest I have come to being in an actual car crash in a while. And, yeah, I soiled myself, and I hope you're happy. I could have used your Depends, Grandpa. Getting into the
he doesn't care at all today. You should have heard the rant he came on when he walked in here.
Oh,
it was borderline communist, and I just let him go.
Borderline communist, 100% psychotic.
Oh yeah, if anybody else heard that, we would have bypassed HR. There'd have been a feller with a lovely white jacket that was all fitted up for you.
I mean, I was all in a good mood, too. Had my graduation at Citizens Police Academy last night. Got my cool new little, they call it a challenge coin, but the challenge coins are now becoming like Super Bowl rings. They're not really functional as a challenge coin.
Because it's huge?
I mean, it's about as big as the actual badge for CPA or for the Citizens Police Academy that we were in. So I was all in a good mood because that thing is cool as hell, and I was cracking jokes this morning about fake pulling people over. I asked Captain Brown, I was like, hey, can I pull people over with this now that we graduated? Am I like Officer Spencer? And he's like, no. He's like, you could try to pull people over, but I guarantee you it's not going to go well for you.
See, this is where I would have said, does this mean I get to carry my gun now?
But see, old Paw 250, he gave me a new use for it, and I'd like to show it to him.
He's so mad. He's so mad. You want me to make you feel better?
Hey, speaking of jackasses, we want to talk about Brendan Sorsby for a little while?
Let's go. Let's go.
Oh, the old Texas Tech quarterback who, had his lawyers file that lawsuit against the NCAA.
Did you read the lawsuit?
Well, they didn't take care of me. What? Excuse me? Oh, so it's the NCAA's problem now that you can't control yourself on a gambling app. I mean, the dude was betting on Russian table tennis like he was Jeremy Green from 2020.
I did that. I'm not going to lie. I read the lawsuit and I went, wait. So you mean betting on Turkish basketball and Russian table tennis means you have a gambling problem? Uh-oh.
100% it does.
Uh-oh. I may be full Ralph Wiggum. I'm in danger.
And Mr. Old 22-year-old college quarterback here, who don't you have to be 21 to do gambling stuff?
I don't know the answer to that. It wasn't. I mean, I was doing it when it was like, you have two choices. You're either going to do it with a guy named Vinny, who if you don't pay up on time, he's going to break your ankle. Or you have to do it in some back alley somewhere and hope the feds don't show up.
I mean, I'm
not sure.
I'm pretty sure you can't do the gambling stuff unless you're 21.
Was there a line in that lawsuit that you went, wait?
I mean, the part where he was blaming his problem on the NCAA was quite entertaining to me. What part did you find funny?
When he said he was out of control because he was making $5 to $50 wagers. The only thing I could think of when I read that was that Bob Saget line in Half Baked of weed. You're here for weed? You ever been under a bridge, bro? I have. I played that whole scene in my head of he's here for weed. Get out of here with that. I was making $50 wagers.
Uh-huh.
I have personally made a $2,500 wager when I didn't have $2,500 in my bank account. That's a problem,
okay,
Brendan.
So now we've learned Jeremy needs a meeting as well.
No, Jeremy probably needed a meeting long ago. Now I have learned you should bet better.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
This is the lamest argument I've ever heard in my life. Oh, my mental health. Dude, you have a gambling problem's fine. You want to go get treatment for that? Great. It does not change the fact that you did it. This would be like killing somebody and then going, you know who Obama. That's why I did it. I blame him. He did it. How far do you think that's going to go? You still did the crime, stupid. Mm-hmm. And over the course of the last 3 weeks, the opinion of this kid has dipped further and further and further when I talk to NFL people, to the point of he's going to be a second or third round pick in the supplemental draft. To now, I've had teams tell me I'm not sure we would take him at all, just because he's showing no accountability. None. You've been given a golden ticket here. He would have been the second quarterback selected in the draft last year. He would have gone ahead of Ty Simpson. I have heard that universally. Mm-hmm. Maybe Sean McVay or Les Snead was so in love with Ty Simpson, he would have taken him. He'd have been ahead of Simpson on 28 of 32 boards.
Mm-hmm. Would him being in the draft force somebody else to take a quarterback before Ty Simpson went to L.A.?
Probably.
Yeah. I think that's a better way to frame it.
Probably. He could have been as high as, I don't think he'd been the second pick in the draft, but he could have gone in the top 10. Mm-hmm. Now, you have been given a golden ticket. You make a team fall in love with you, the Pittsburgh Steelers, the New York Jets. Mm-hmm. Any of these teams that have rosters that are not bad, minus quarterback. And you could be their franchise quarterback. And you're doing everything in your power to make yourself look weak, fragile, and take no accountability for your actions whatsoever. Mm-hmm. You did the crime. I don't care why you did the crime. It doesn't matter. Oh, but that's not fair. There is no life. There is no fair in this life. There's one. Shows up 1 week a year in your town, and it's got Ferris wheels and funnel cakes. Mm-hmm. That's the only fair there is. You did the crime. Just admit it. Admit it. Put your application into the transfer portal. Pay the money back to Texas Tech, which, by the way, that's the problem. And no one will convince me otherwise. He got a big lump sum payout from Texas Tech, and he can't pay it back.
Because he also owes Cincinnati money.
Mm-hmm.
Cincinnati's suing him.
Mm-hmm.
He is not just defendant, or he is not just plaintiff.
Yeah, he's a defendant too,
as well. Like, he's got multiple lawsuits going on right now. He's being sued in the state of Ohio for breach of contract with Cincinnati.
This is like the living embodiment of issues we have in this country. Mm-hmm. You killed a guy, but I'm crazy. I don't care. You still killed a guy.
Exactly.
You still did it. You've never for 1 second said there was any reason you didn't do it. Mm-hmm. This is the case where the NCAA has to stand up and go, no. Mm-hmm. Next segment, we're going to have another one of those. Because the NCAA has become such an unbelievable laughingstock that nobody thinks any rule applies to them whatsoever. This would be like Pete Rose in the 80s going, yeah, I bet on Cincinnati, but you ran a red light 2 days ago, and that means I'm allowed to do whatever I want to. That doesn't make any sense. And I don't care who your lawyer is. I don't care what judge you go to. I don't care. If you put Brandon Sorsby back at Texas Tech, just fold the NCAA because it's dead. Mm-hmm. It's dead as a doornail dead. And I'll be honest with you, I think it's dead anyway because I don't think that there is any – I don't think there's any reversing course here. I think you are stuck because you have literally just allowed this to go on and go on and go on, and it does not matter. You have fought nothing. This is what Tank and I have been screaming for 4 years. You cannot let this happen to your sport.
Mm-hmm. Problem is, it has happened. It has happened. It's got out of control. You refuse to put any guardrails on any of this crap. And now you're in a position where you can't fight it. There had to have been a way. Right, there had to have been a way to prevent where we're at, and they never pursued it. They lost the Supreme Court race or the Supreme Court decision.
The Supreme Court thing was always going to happen. There was going to come a day that we were going to have a court that said it is illegal for you to ask these kids to do these things because there were other layers to that.
But then what happened? After that happened, they went, okay, Supreme Court says we can't do anything, so we can't do anything.
So now we're not even an entity.
Right.
I want to look at the entire NCAA, grab every ranking official, and grab them by the ears and yell in their face, what exactly is it you'd say you'd do here? Because for 4 years you have rolled over and died on everything. And now you have 2 cases that can completely invalidate your operational authority. Because betting on sports is one thing that we have never disagreed on. You want to talk about Hall of Fames, you want to talk about anything like that that's down the rabbit hole, that's fine. The one thing we have all universally agreed on over the years is you cannot bet on your team. I don't care if you're betting on them, for them, anything to do with them, because you have information that the public doesn't. You're not allowed to do that. The NFL doesn't let you bet on other sports. He was betting on his own team. Take your medicine, shut the hell up, declare for the supplemental draft, and enjoy your career. Because right now, your attorney is giving you terrible advice. Because you're doing things on a daily basis. This lawsuit, it reads as a giant red flag to any team. Because I hate to tell you this, there are certain people in life that are held to a different standard. At one time, it was presidents. I don't so much feel that way anymore after the last 20 years. I went a bunch of politicians there, said I can't do that because they all suck. Judges, NFL quarterbacks, there are just certain positions that I don't just care that you can play. You've got to be able to lead men. You've got to be somebody that I could trust because I am about to invest hundreds of millions of dollars into you being the face of my franchise. And you have said, don't care. I can see right now. I am a 22-year-old kid, and I am taking bad advice from people that do not have my best interest at heart because there is only one solution here. If you fight this out, you will lose a complete year because you're not playing at Texas Tech. I hate to tell you that. You're not going to find a judge. Happen. You will not find a judge that does this, and if you do, it'll be shot down in a day.
And the NCAA will not back down from this.
No.
They will not.
And I'll be honest with you, we haven't even talked about the Texas Tech side of this. Texas Tech's built an entire roster on donor money, and they're going to hedge on a quarterback that they paid an outrageous amount of money to that could unveil everything they do. So let's just say he does find a way to play in 2026. Every one of those wins, the playoff money, all of it could go out the window with one appeal. Why would I do that? I got $40 million in this team. Why would I hedge all this on the quarterback? I can find another quarterback.
Yeah.
I can find somebody else. I'll be honest with you. I'd be looking at a couple rosters in the ACC of, hey, I don't know that any of these guys are great, but they've all been starters somewhere before. And I'm going to give you a shot. I'm not riding with this.
Yeah.
I'm not just daring the NCAA to strike me down.
No.
And for this kid to have the cojones to file this and say, I am above the law, the rules don't apply to me, it's everybody's fault but my own. No, kid, it's not.
Exactly. That's the part that gets me. It's not necessarily the fact that he's fighting it. If you want to fight something like this and the NCAA says you can't be eligible and you have actual, like, honest to God, case law or examples to say why they should give you a break, sure, you lay that out there. To turn around and pin this on anybody but you and use the it's a disease thing, right? This is the cover. This is it's not my fault that I did something wrong.
And that's fine. You want to go down that path and you want to believe that gambling is a disease. I gamble more than anybody I know. And yes, there are some people that can handle it and some people that can't. I'm not disputing that with you. That part of it means nothing to me. The entity with which you are playing. You signed a player contract that said you won't do this. They looked you in the face and said, do not stick that knife in that electrical socket. It will hurt you and we will punish you. And you went, nope, don't care. Don't care. And this thing says that I have a disease and you can't punish me. Yes, I can.
Yes, I can. I most certainly can. And frankly, I'd feel like you should feel yourself lucky if the NFL lets you in without a fight.
The NFL let him in.
Because we could go down that road as well. You're in the Sportsocracy, and this is ESPN Asheville. We'll be right back.
Now here's your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, Rich. That's Rich. Enter it now.
Log on to ESPNAVL.com to play, and good luck.
These days, it's getting harder and harder to trust what you're seeing. Who made it? Is it real? But with iHeart, everything you hear is guaranteed human. That's why 78% of listeners trust their favorite radio hosts' product recommendations. And if you own or manage a business here or need to drive sales, that trust goes a long way in creating your future customers. Make iHeartMedia a part of your 2026 plan today. Call 844-844-iHeart. Again, that's 844-844-iHeart.
As veterans, we're no strangers to helping others.
That's what we were taught, service before self.
But we do have one question for the veterans listening.
When was the last time you reached out for help?
If you or someone you know needs resources, whether it's for stress, finances, employment, or mental health, don't wait. Reach out.
Find more information at va.gov/reach. That's va.gov/reach.
Brought to you by the United States Department of Veterans Affairs and the Ad Council.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you prevent wildfires.
Dude, I've got this. I've been camping since I was 5 years old.
But I am a camping influencer.
You know what? I'll bet you $5. Assistant Smokey, what is the best way to put out a campfire?
To put out a campfire, drown with water, stir, drown again. Then make sure the fire is out cold by feeling with the back of your hand.
Wait, really?
I'll take the $5.
Learn more at smokeybear.com.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Dan Scott here, inviting you to check out my new show every Sunday, 8 to 9 a.m. here on ESPN Asheville, where we bring sports and faith together. The Dan Scott Show, 8 a.m. Sundays on ESPN Asheville.
Hey guys, it's us, the Jonas Brothers. I'm Joe.
I'm Kevin.
And I'm Nick. And guess what? We created our own podcast called Hey Jonas.
We invented a podcast?
Well, we didn't invent it. We just contributed to it.
We're the first people to do podcasts.
We get to ask other people questions because we're sick and tired of being asked questions.
Well, sick and tired is a strong way to put it, but, you know.
Tired and sick.
Tired and sick.
Listen to Hey Jonas on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Follow Hey Jonas and start listening on the free iHeartRadio app today.
Sure. You know Appalachian Motor Coach is the official shuttle sponsor of the Living the Dream Tailgate Tour. But did you know that they can get you anywhere in style? Weddings, bachelorette parties, corporate gatherings, family reunions, Appalachian Motor Coach makes the ride part of the fun. Luxury seating, climate control, and none of the stress of parking or driving. Appalachian Motor Coach gets you there relaxed, on time, and ready for the party. For more information, visit them at AppalachianMotorCoach.com. Appalachian Motor Coach, the best memories start on the ride.
Clarissa sells WNC as the #1 team in Buncombe County. We have the customer service experience to assist you in achieving your real estate goals. Our team offers something that 90% of listings in our market won't have, Zillow Showcase. Check us out at ClarissaSellsWNC.com.
Do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Our mission, to improve lives with every interaction. This is JW, General Manager at Parks Ford Hendersonville. Experience the Parks Promise today at ParksFordHendersonville.com. That's ParksFordHendersonville.com.
The Sportsocracy.
Gets the rebound, passes it to the man, shoots it, and boom goes the dynamite.
Welcome back into the Sportsocracy. It is ESPN Asheville. It's an absolute litigatory mess when the NCAA is involved.
Well, I mean, and that's not even to add that, oh, by the way, LSU, who's going to get 2 mentions in back-to-back segments here.
Thumbs. Thumbing their nose right at the NCAA.
Their starting lineup next year, if every player that they have signed to play next year actually gets into school, which is in great debate.
Right.
Their starting lineup will be older than the San Antonio Spurs.
Nice.
R.J. Luis, you remember him from St. John's? He just played in the G League for a year. He was on a roster. He was drafted, I think, by the Celtics.
Okay.
I know he was on the Celtics roster, and he bounced between that one and another one. They just signed him. They've signed a handful of international guys that they're like, what are you going to do? Tell me no? Half of
but yeah, we are. I mean, we've already told like 4 guys now.
Half of their recruiting class is not eligible. And they don't care. You can't do anything. This is what we've warned you about for years. It's just funny as all get out to me that both of these things are happening at the same time. This is why you can't roll over and die. You don't, as the head of the NCAA, as the governing body of sports, you don't get to just look at a loss and then roll over and die.
Mm-hmm.
Because every time you don't stop somebody, they're going to go a little further and a little further and a little further because you've made so much money here.
Are we not, as a group, right, as a collective of schools, because that's what the NCAA is, right? The NCAA is the member institutions, right? Much like the NFL is the owners of the team, right? Every owner has a vote, and every vote is equal. Are we as a collective of schools in Division I sports? Are we not all on like a similar page? Because I feel like we shouldn't be getting into this, right? Well, like we should all keep this maintenance of. I know amateurism has been a lie and is dead, right? The theory of it is dead. The practicality of it has been dead for a long time. But do we not all still believe that you can't just pluck pro players and bring them back to college? Because at some point I feel like everybody else has got to turn around and look at LSU and go, enough. Enough is enough. And that's your own member institutions within the SEC, right? Your neighbors around should not be cool with this. There should be no other teams that are cool with this. And if there are schools that are cool with this, y'all go play by yourselves somewhere. Is this where the break happens?
If they lose either of these, I'll say yes.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say yes. Because at some point, you have to look at this and go, nobody's running this. If I'm Ohio State, if I'm LSU, if I'm any of these big schools, you have no power. I can do whatever I want to. And the question is,
but does that not make you the bad guy? Is my take. Like if LSU is willing to just thumb their nose at everybody and go, screw it, y'all want to play by the rules? Go ahead. We're not gonna make us. Does that not make them the bad guys?
Okay, let me ask you a question. I'm going to take what you just said and I'm going to ask you a question.
Yeah.
You just did your Citizens Police Academy.
Mm-hmm.
So if we post a speed limit and the chief of police comes out and says we're not enforcing the speed limit, which is not what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
So don't use this as, hey, the idiot on the radio box told me I can go as fast as I wanted to. Is the criminal the one that's speeding?
Yeah.
I just told you I'm not enforcing this, which means it doesn't really exist. If you're not going to enforce a rule, it doesn't exist. And I'll die on this hill. It's only a crime if I'm going to prosecute you for it.
Mm-hmm.
That's on the NCAA. To me, the bad guy here, as you put it, is the NCAA. Has been the whole time. I warned you of every bit of this. I love taking victory laps, and I love being right. I have never in my life been more right about something than I was the NCAA, and I can tell you where we were. We were sitting in the Wicked Weed Studios over on Elk Mountain Road about 5 years ago, and I told you, because you were taking the victory lap, we got NIL, and I said, you have no idea what you just did.
Mm-hmm.
You have no clue what just opened because you just looked at a bunch of billionaires and said, I cannot stop you. Can't do it. I have no authority. You went Barney Fife. I got a gun, and there's no bullets in it. And everybody went, awesome. Substitute teacher, let's go. And now 5 years later, college basketball has 1 foot in the grave, 1 foot on a banana peel.
Mm-hmm.
LSU can end you to where it is an unwatchable product. College football is probably too big to fail because they have the NFL. But it ain't going to look the same. There's going to be a change. Because at some point, the big boys will go, why am I splitting money with Boston College?
Mm-hmm.
Why am I giving money to Vanderbilt? On and on. There's one in every big conference. Why am I doing this?
But are they all looking to join LSU? Or are they all looking to...
If you allow them to do it, I will do it too. Just mark my words. If some judge comes down and says LSU can do this, and R.J. Luis can play, and all these other guys on this roster can play, you mark my words. Watch Carolina, watch Duke. They will start pulling from everywhere. They're already doing it internationally, which was a no-no in college basketball for a long time, and they just stuck their fingers in their ears. There are players all over the world. I can build super teams that you'll watch the mid-major go up against them and get beat 100-20. That's how bad this can get. It's already pretty close to that. I don't know how closely you watch the NCAA tournament. Did you notice that all the lower seeds seem to advance over and over and over again? There were no Cinderellas. There was nothing. Because the difference between a high major and a mid-major is a cavern. And the difference between a mid-major to a low major is even more of a cavern. If you ever find any player that is even vaguely in the discussion of being a 10th man on a high major, you won't keep him.
No.
Because I can pay him 20 times what you can.
Sure. Just gets a little bit different when we start talking about putting actual pros on the college teams.
I mean, which is what we're doing. That's how double birds to everybody LSU is going, because they know they'll find a judge. In Louisiana, I will find a judge that will allow this, and we'll fight it out. But by the time we fight it out, season will have already happened, because you can't get it on the books that quick. You might keep me from doing it in a year, but just look how much money LSU put into Will Wade and getting him down here. Them signing all of these guys tells me one thing. They got a lawyer somewhere that's telling them we can do this and we can get away with it. And all we got to do is get on Judge Goober over here's docket, and he'll pass it through. Which, by the way, is
classic LSU tactic.
Well, and that's also it's a great indictment of our judicial system. We have 2 super chats to get to before we move on. Apologies. I don't know why I stopped mid-sentence and didn't finish it, but I did. The first one's from Jets Cade Klubnik, who said, Tank, Nathaniel, Justin Allen, Gainwell, bobblehead. Somebody took an old picture of Tank from high school and turned it into a bobblehead. At some point, I'm going to put it on the YouTube stream today. It's a Kenny Gainwell bobblehead with Tank's head on it. It's chef's kiss.
It's crap. I don't like it.
And then we have one more.
Show me the money, money. Show me the money. I like the cash.
It's from our buddy Great North Sports, the newly married Canadan. He gifted 5 Sportsocracy memberships to the House of Reprehensibles. Go pick up his fantasy guide today. We'll put the Megan will put the link in the chat here momentarily. It's your guide to fantasy football greatness, and he's got more things to come. And I'm glad he does, because right now I'm fighting like 8 battles at one time, and I'm glad David's doing content because it's so far from where I've been the last 3 days.
You are in the Sportsocracy. ESPN Asheville. We'll be back right after this.
ESPN Asheville. Your mountain weather forecast.
Rain showers will continue to player on the floor. No contracts, no price hikes. Unlock the savings today at boostmobile.com/unlock.
Based on average annual single line payment of AT&T, Verizon, and T-Mobile customers compared to 12 months of the Boost Mobile Unlimited Wireless Plan as of January 2026. For full offer details, visit boostmobile.com.
iHeart's Yacht Rock Radio goes commercial free all Memorial Day weekend. Smooth sailing with the greatest from the 70s and 80s. Just open the free iHeart app, search Yacht Rock, and start listening now.
Selling your home? Don't settle for average. Our real estate team at Clarissa Sells WNC and eXp Realty offers Zillow Showcase, an exclusive AI-powered listing experience available to just the top 10% of all listings in our area. With immersive media, cutting-edge design, and elevated marketing, Showcase listings, they go pending quicker and sell for up to $9,000 more than standard listings. Ready to stand out in a crowded market? Give our team a call today, 828-774-6343, because your home deserves the spotlight.
I'm Coley Duffy.
I'm Cody Ward.
And
we're the Chainsaw Brothers.
Actually, we're cousins. A few days after Helene, we was in the driveway having a couple beers, waiting on the power to come back on. And we heard so many people calling, needing trees removed, and couldn't afford it.
So I called my dad to borrow a chainsaw, and over the next few months, we cleared trees for our neighbors. Our business was born out of wanting to help Western North Carolina get back on our feet.
We are fully insured and licensed. We keep our promises, meaning if we say we're going to be there, we'll be there. In these parts, we live how we were raised.
When you call the Chainsaw Brothers, you're not a customer, you're family. We're good at what we do, and we do it for a reasonable cost.
For all your chainsaw needs, call the Chainsaw Brothers. 828-316-1013. Or find us on Facebook. See how we treat our family.
Are you still covered up with storm damage and debris?
Call us about our daily rates at 828-316-1013. That's 828-316-1013. We're the Chainsaw Brothers, and with our neighbors, we are Western North Carolina strong.
Woohoo!
When you're a grocery store, hunger has no place in your community. That's why at Ingles, we donate over 2 million pounds of food every year to those who need it. It's the right thing to do, and we know you do the same. Ingles, your neighbor for over 50 years.
Welcome back into the Sportsocracy. It's ESPN Asheville. We are going to do just a bit outside, but I had already.
You already hit the button?
I'd already hit the button. I did hit the eject button there. It is time to get just a bit outside, and well, listen. I'm sick of doing the same damn story over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, but it just keeps happening. And nobody ever learns their lesson. You can give them all the money in the world. Georgia football players, give them all the success in the world.
I'm telling you.
Georgia football players just go, you know what? When it comes to that driving thing, I'm just going to go fast. Go fast, turn left sometimes. Like, Kirby
Nolan
Smart.
Smith, he said, I got money for a big boy lot.
He's going to need one. He was doing twice the speed limit almost. 135 miles an hour in a 70 on the interstate, somewhere in a place called Twiggs County, Georgia, and I feel like that's a bad place to go speeding. Just throwing it out there.
It's definitely a bad place to go camping, because that's a good way to wind up just like you squeal like a...
I mean... Jeez Louise.
You tell me we're going on vacation in Twiggs County, I got to watch my neighbor's dog.
Why? I don't get it. This is, now tied to the program. This is like the 78th in 2 years that we've had of dudes speeding, getting in car crashes, racing each other.
Do you feel like Kirby Smart asked these guys when he recruits them, when you drive a car, do you like to go the speed limit? Or do you like to go fast?
Or do you love nasty, badass speed?
And unless they look at him and go, I want to go as fast as the car will go, coach, then he doesn't recruit them.
All gas, no brakes.
Yeah. I can't drive 55. Do they do it in the locker room?
Yeah. Wow.
I mean, it's mind-boggling. I mean, every time I see one of these stories, I just assume it's a guy that plays at Georgia. They're getting transfers that are doing it now.
Yeah. Imagine how many of them
just take the bus.
This is the scariest part of it all, right? What do we say often? If nobody catches you, is it a law? Like, right? Like, are you breaking the law if nobody sees it? How many times are they doing this without anybody catching them?
You think Kirby Smart ever looks at the Athens Police Department and goes, have you ever thought about taking some transfers from Knoxville? So I've heard some stories.
Transfers are getting in trouble now.
No. I'm talking about transfers to the police department.
Oh.
I need some of those Knoxville cops that are calling up Jeremy Pruitt going, it's your guy.
I don't get it. I do get it, but it shouldn't be happening. Like, dude, you make enough money that if you wanted to drive that fast, you could go rent out Talladega. Right? Like, I got to imagine they're not going to charge you that. Just, hey, I need to use the track for, an hour on a Saturday or something. I guarantee you it's going to be less hell than you're going to catch doing 135 on a highway. Take his damn license away from him. Please.
I think Georgia at this point should just go, you're not allowed to drive. If you come here, you cannot
100%.
drive.
Right now, if two cars pulled up in the parking lot right here, and one of them had a Georgia Bulldog football player driving one of them, and the other one had F-250 Paw Paw, I'd go, hey, Paw Paw, let's go.
I mean, it started
Can
all.
we have driver's ed classes?
It all started with Carson Beck. I mean, look, Georgia Bulldog players just can't finish a drive. My story requires some happy music from Tank.
He couldn't tell which direction to go.
There's
a wall on both sides.
Northeast, southwest. My story requires some happy music, Tank. So I need you to find me the happiest song that you can find.
Happy music. Okay, you gotta give me a second.
That's fine. That's fine. Because happy days are here again. Because something has happened. We have a reunion that has needed to happen for years.
Mm-hmm.
And it allows me to do something that I haven't done in quite some time. And I'm real excited about
it. Take me home to the place I belong.
I mean, that is happy music, but that's not really what I was looking for.
Yeah, I know.
I really wanted Neck, but I know legally we can't do that because, well, you can't play that on FCC ever.
Right.
He's back. He's falafeling back.
Who?
Go Tigers. He has returned. The chosen one has returned to Baton Rouge. Ed Orgeron is back with the LSU Tigers. So now you get Lane Kiffin and Ed Orgeron. And so we get Go Tigers.
Mm-hmm.
All day, every day. I am voting completely. Lane Kiffin does not get to do press conferences. We just bring up Ed Orgeron. Because I can't wait to hear when they introduce him to he's the director of recruiting or special assistant to recruiting.
Assistant to recruiting and defense.
I want to hear him stand up on that podium just because I know exactly what he's going to say. Because he doesn't care at all. He's going to stand up there and go, they gave me $27 million to leave. They gave me $5 million to come back. You can't quit, Coach O. There's also a piece of breaking news here. I don't know if Megan wanted me to tell this story, but if she didn't want me to tell it, she should have told it to me.
Oh, no.
She's from Louisiana.
Mm-hmm.
Her best friend's mom dated Ed Orgeron.
Really?
That's the coolest story. I feel like I felt with you when you said you were originally the kid that was supposed to pee his pants in Billy Madison. This is the coolest story you had. You've been here 5 months and you held out on that? You know somebody that has been on the opposite side of the Louisiana Hammerhead Orgeron?
The other side.
You know someone who has had boudoir moments with Go Tigers.
Boudoir moments.
First of all,
boudoir moments in the bayou.
Listen here, baby. You got nothing but crawfish and Coach O. You got a lucky lady.
I hope it's fresher than the crawfish.
That's terrible. That's a horrible thing you just said. Frankly, the only thing I know, if you don't have a good time, that's on you because Coach O going to show you what.
I can't believe this is happening.
I'm so happy.
It's so on brand, right? I mean, think of the collection of just seedy people that they have gathered down there in the bayou. You got Will Wade, who just went double birds on his last school 6 months before his time was up. Like 6 months before he could even leave, he was just like, hey, screw you guys. I'm going to go buy a house somewhere else.
I'm buying a house in Baton Rouge. I still got 3 months left to coach at NC State.
Right, you got Tammy Faye Baker that's running the damn basketball program. I don't remember her name. What is it? Kim Mulkey? Yeah.
I can't believe you just called her Tammy Faye Baker.
I mean, good Lord, she has more makeup on than Ronald McDonald.
At Sports Tech ESPN for that one.
And she dresses worse than Craig Sager.
By the way, more likely to have cheetah print in their office, Kim Mulkey or Ed Orgeron?
I want to say Ed, but I know it's wrong.
Oh, well, I mean, Kim will wear it. Ed just got it on the floor. He's like, I actually killed that tiger myself. I strangled it with my bare hands. Third date for every lady that goes out with Coach O. They get some crawfish, then they come home to the fireplace and the tiger skin rug. Go Tigers.
And now you got Lane Kiffin, who cheats on schools more than, Bill Belichick cheats in practice.
LSU is just the Wild Wild West. They're like, I don't even care.
Like, screw it. We're living in a whole world down here by ourselves. And we're going to drink ourselves silly and win stuff.
And until they tell you no, that's what you should do.
I disagree, but okay.
If you're going to let me do, because here's the thing. If I don't do it, somebody's going to.
Yeah.
And I got to compete with that team.
Sure.
See, you're a Boy Scout. I'm not. I don't care. Oh, you mean you're not going to prosecute for me? You're not going to prosecute me for it?
Not now.
We
will.
Right. That's tomorrow's problem.
Mm-hmm.
Today's problem, I want to go fast. And LSU, they go faster and left sometimes.
Apparently. Because now they just brought in Ed Orgeron. The Cajun Hammer. I'll never call him anything else.
100%.
That's hilarious.
The Cajun Hammer, Ed Orgeron.
Creole Thor. Jeez. LSU is all kinds of a mess.
I disagree. Until they tell them no. First of all, hiring Coach O, hammer. You just made it impossible to get recruits out of Louisiana. You just built a fence around your state and said, you won't come in here? Come on down. Mm-hmm. We have old Lance Kiffin and Coach O? And more money than God? Let's go. Come on down here, Kalen DeBoer. Have fun. Take luck. Steve Sarkisian, you can't win when you get the players. Come on down. Let's get into a good old recruiting battle. It's like cheating in college football 27. You're in a recruiting battle with Alabama. Right one arm, two, left one arm. Hey, look, he instantly signed with me because I'm cheating.
Nice. Of course you would know the cheat codes.
Go Tigers.
Yeah, that's philosophical. I mean, this is what I was talking about in the first segment of the program.
You ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
Yeah, see,
I don't begrudge the schools for this at all.
Oh, I do.
I begrudge the NCAA.
No.
See, to me, what you just said is insane. If you know for a fact somebody's going to do it, because this is nothing but loopholes. Mm-hmm. Okay, my job security is tied to beating you, and I know you'll do it. So I'm not supposed to because I'm what, a Boy Scout? Get out of here. BYU's in Utah. We're in Louisiana, baby.
Yeah.
We in the crawfish capital of the world. Let's do some stuff.
Sure.
I have no issue with this out of LSU. They're tired of losing? Well, stop. There's no rules here. World War III is probably 2 weeks from now. We're here for a good time, not a long time.
Mm-hmm. The DA won't prosecute drug crimes. You gonna start doing drugs?
Doing them? No. I'm gonna leave it at that. I do love a good business opportunity.
Just because there's nobody to sit there and slap your hand right now doesn't mean you go out and do it.
I want to win.
Sure.
I hate to go Mike Singletary here,
winning
but
at all
I
costs
want winners.
is not the way to go.
100% it is. In college football, yes, it is. I don't care if that means I hurt your feelings. I don't care if your mama sends nasty letters to me. I don't care. I want rings, period. Mm-hmm. And I'll bet you 90% of fans agree with me. I'll bet you every LSU fan you know is looking at this right now going, 100%. Let's go.
Probably because they're
Oh, LSU fans are great. They're some of my favorite ones. We're building the tailgate tour. Mm. Hey, LSU. We'll see you soon. Mm-hmm. Might see you twice.
Wow. Okay.
I hope I don't get hit in the head with a D-cell battery.
Mm-hmm.
I really don't want to catch one of those that was meant for somebody that we've talked about in the scene.
Okay, all right. Win at all costs. Sure.
Oh, I've always been that way. Look, I'm not here to be a Boy Scout. If you want the Boy Scouts, they meet in the church down the street. That's not me. I mean, I hate to tell you this. It's not me. I will win at all costs. I do not care what it means.
Mm-hmm.
Negatively recruiting guys? Absolutely.
Which to me is...
Because I know you're doing it to me.
Which to me is more proof that we need to split. It has to split.
Well, I mean, look,
if
I'm LSU, the minute I hired Lane Kiffin, I knew they're negatively recruiting me every chance they get.
Absolutely.
Because Lane has bounced around like a ping pong ball. I've got to do something to circumvent that. And I just bought it. I just brought in probably the best recruiter in college football. I'm fine. Oh, but he did. Don't care. Don't care. Just fired him a few years ago. Don't care.
Mm-hmm.
He wanted to come back and work with Lane. Let's go. Don't look a gift horse in the mouth, especially when that gift horse is the other side of the Cajun hammer. Go Tigers.
Then I think we should excommunicate LSU. Let them go play pro ball. Y'all want to start doing that?
You just said.
Go join the UFL.
I think it's funny you think they're the only one doing things like this. That's what I think is hilarious.
Signing pro players?
Oh, they're not the only ones.
Oh.
That's happening. LSU's just doing it way more aggressively. And look, they were the one that they had got the latest start in recruiting because they hired their coach the latest.
Did they? Because
Carolina
he quit in December, so
yeah, but I couldn't say anything.
They've been planning this for a long time.
That's fine, but I couldn't say anything.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like he could be out recruiting for LSU. Well, I couldn't do anything until that was announced.
He wasn't. His agent was.
That's fine. That's fine.
Wow. I'm surprised.
What? That in a lawless society that is the NCAA, I'm not upset at LSU? No, I'm mad as hell at the NCAA. All right, I'll use the same situation that we have right now.
Mm-hmm.
We got a lot of crimes that are not being prosecuted by DAs. Am I mad at the criminal or am I mad at the DA? I'm mad at the DA. Wow. The DA is the one that prosecutes it. You want this to stop happening? Take them off the streets. Sure. It's not that hard. I mean, this is civics 101.
Yeah, but that sounds like the Brendan Sorsby thing. The door swings both ways there.
Brandon Sorsby did the crime.
Right.
He did the crime.
You got to hate the criminal as much as the crime.
If there's no crime, if the NCAA had said, we're not going to prosecute you for betting, I wouldn't be mad at Brandon Sorsby. But they have. They've done it every single time. Mm-hmm. They've never waffled on it. No sports waffled on it. Mm-hmm. Brandon Sorsby, sorry, you got caught. Go do the time. You did it. That's the one rule the NCAA actually enforces. The rest of this, I'm not even sure anybody shows up at the office anymore. I think the NCAA just cashes checks and goes, oh, what do you do? I work at the NCAA. Then why are you in Cabo San Lucas right now? I work remote. Hadn't seen an office in 3 years. Judges keep telling me I can't do anything, so I just don't do anything.
Don't do nothing. You are in the Sportsocracy. It's ESPN Asheville. We'll do the AFC East full-on predictions, schedule breakdowns when we come back.
ESPN Asheville, your mountain weather forecast.
Rain showers will continue to increase in coverage, maybe intensity, not in terms of severe weather, but could have some downpours in spots as we get into the afternoon. And even on through Friday, Saturday, Sunday, going to continue to beat the same old drum. The rain is needed. I know it's a holiday weekend, though. Maybe you've got camping plans or something. 80 today, tonight with the showers and thunderstorms near 60. And with the wet weather scattered around tomorrow, only near 70 degrees. And more scattered storms, as we mentioned, over the holiday weekend. For the Weather Channel, I'm Ray Staging.
This report is sponsored by Jimmy's Automotive Center.
The summer travel season is here, and before you hit the road for vacation, your first stop should be Jimmy's Automotive. Right now, they've got their Memorial Day travel special happening for just $99 for most vehicles. Oil change, multi-point inspection, and tire rotation. Check jimmysauto.com for more information.
This is J.W. Whitley, General Manager at Parks Ford of Hendersonville. Our value of urgency, timely, responsive, focused, prioritizing you as our customer and the community that we serve to do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Experience the Parks Promise today at parksfordhendersonville.com.
You just testified under oath you're getting more fiber in your diet, and it was easy. Where is this additional fiber coming from?
Mira Fiber Gummies.
Objection!
It's true. Mira Fiber has 8 grams of fiber to help me get the fiber I need in a day, plus 4 B vitamins for metabolism support. All in one serving.
Overruled.
My gut rests its case.
Oh, that's my line.
Find Mirafiber today at your local retailer from the makers of Miralax. Mirafiber supports metabolism of carbs, fats, and proteins. Serving size is 4 gummies.
Offers vary by user and location. Go to upside.com for terms and conditions.
$3,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back for buying gas. Earn cash back with Upside just by filling up your tank. Download Upside now and start earning easy cash back. The more you use Upside, the more you get. Use promo code EXPERT to get an extra 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's promo code EXPERT for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Ready to upgrade to the perfect sleep setup? Let Mattress Firm's sleep experts guide you to the perfect bed at the Memorial Day sale. Top brands, ideal comfort, score unbeatable deals on both. Mattress Firm. They make sleep easy.
I'm Coley Duffy.
I'm Cody Ward.
And
we're the Chainsaw Brothers.
Actually, we're cousins. A few days after Helene, we was in the driveway having a couple beers, waiting on the power to come back on. And we heard so many people calling, needing trees removed, and couldn't afford it.
So I called my dad to borrow a chainsaw, and over the next few months, we cleared trees for our neighbors. Our business was born out of wanting to help Western North Carolina get back on our feet.
We are fully insured and licensed. We keep our promises, meaning if we say we're going to be there, we'll be there. In these parts, we live how we were raised.
When you call the Chainsaw Brothers, you're not a customer, you're family. We're good at what we do, and we do it for a reasonable cost.
For all your chainsaw needs, call the Chainsaw Brothers. 828-316-1013. Or find us on Facebook. See how we treat our family.
Are you still covered up with storm damage and debris?
Call us about our daily rates at 828-316-1013. That's 828-316-1013. We're the Chainsaw Brothers, and with our neighbors, we are Western North Carolina strong.
This is J.W. Whitley, General Manager at Parks Ford of Hendersonville. Our value of urgency, timely, responsive, focused, prioritizing you as our customer and the community that we serve to do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Experience the Parks Promise today at parksfordhendersonville.com.
The Sportsocracy.
Gets the rebound, passes it to the man, shoots it, and boom goes the dynamite.
I'm David.
And I'm Christina.
And this is our Ingalls story.
Ginger's Revenge is a brewery located in Asheville, North Carolina that specializes in the production of hard ginger beer.
So we use all natural, whole ingredients, and I think that really sets us apart.
Ingalls is an amazing partner for us to work with. A lot of our fans know that they can go to Ingalls and find a lot of the flavors that we have available, and they just make it really easy for folks to purchase local products.
Sure, you know Appalachian Motor Coach is the official shuttle sponsor of the Living the Dream Tailgate Tour. But did you know that they can get you anywhere in style? Weddings, bachelorette parties, corporate gatherings, family reunions, Appalachian Motor Coach makes the ride part of the fun. Luxury seating, climate control, and none of the stress of parking or driving. Appalachian Motor Coach gets you there relaxed, on time, and ready for the party. For more information, visit them at AppalachianMotorCoach.com. Appalachian Motor Coach, the best memories start on the ride.
Clarissa sells WNC as the #1 team in Buncombe County. We have the customer service experience to assist you in achieving your real estate goals. Our team offers something that 90% of listings in our market won't have, Zillow Showcase. Check us out at clarissasellswnc.com.
If you can plan barbecues and weddings, you can plan to protect yourself from a natural disaster. Sign up for local alerts, prepare an emergency kit, and make a family communications plan. Get started at ready.gov/plan.
Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
ESPN Asheville. Yeah. WPEK Fairview. WMXF Waynesville. An iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human. The Sportsocracy.
It fires me up, man. I love it. Say it one more time.
The Sportsocracy.
Shake it back!
Beer City's best sports talk.
It is gross.
Just earlier.
They are mature, actually. You just have to get to know them better.
Your lunchtime dose of dumbassery. Live from the Ingalls studio.
And welcome back into the Sportsocracy on ESPN Asheville. We're heard everywhere you go on the iHeartRadio app and seen everywhere on the YouTube. Just go to thesportsocracy.com, click the live video link, subscribe to the channel, join us in the chat. It's another prediction day here in the Sportsocracy. We have one more set of divisions to go. AFC East is where we're going to start. We'll do the NFC East In the next hour of the program, our full-on breakdown of the 2026 NFL schedule.
We have a couple super chats to get to.
All right.
I can't read. You read the second one, I'll read the first one.
Cause it's all about the money, money, money. All about the money, money, money. I do this for my hustle, love the hustle all day.
The first one's from David Smith. He sent us a beautiful, beautiful image of the Cajun Hammer himself, Ed Orgeron. I will post that up on the screen as quickly as I can. He's laying on a velour. It's purple and gold with LSU Tiger logos. It's fantastic.
All right, and then we have another.
Show me the money, money. Show me the money. I like the cash.
It's a Shanahan and Ananism from Kevin Mullen. Sorry. That was going to happen eventually. Kevin Mullen with another statement about Kyle Shanahan. He says, Kyle Shanahan says a 6.9 is a great time Yeah, okay. Yeah, we know that one. All right, thank you. Question.
Nobody enjoys the intermission.
Why does Monken look like he always has to sneeze?
He kind of does.
I never noticed.
I did really enjoy him say it. We're throwing interceptions in practice. In 7-on-7. Nobody does that. Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they do.
When your quarterback room is Dylan Gabriel, Shedeur Sanders, and Deshaun Watson.
Todd Monken was around for Jameis Winston, was he not? Was he not? Or was that right after Monken left? My timeline's a little foggy.
I don't think Monken was there with Jameis.
Let's see.
He might have been
there in 2016, 2018.
Oh, yeah. He was the offensive
certainly.
coordinator. He was definitely there.
Maybe he got hit in practice too many times. I don't know. Does he stand like in the scrum when they're tackling each other? Does he have CTE? Because I'm pretty sure Jameis Winston threw a bunch of interceptions in practice. In fact, I know he did. It wasn't just game time that was happening. Wow. Okay. But I never noticed that he looks like he always has to sneeze. I mean, he does. He's kind of got that Tom Tillis face of just like, super scumbag. Let's see.
He had another layer to that.
Was there
is
another
A.J.
question?
Barner a top 5 fantasy football tight end?
No.
He's higher than you think.
He's not.
I would not go top 5.
I was going to say, is he top 13? Maybe. I don't know that I can get higher than that. A.J. Barner, this is the tight end from the Seahawks, right? Is that that's who we're talking about?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of how high I could get him. There's a lot I'm going to like him better than, but he's not getting the top 15 for me.
Mm-hmm.
Because the top 5 to me is locked and loaded. McBride, Bowers, Kraft, Loveland, Warren. Laporta, if you think he's healthy, and that Lion offense is going to bounce back. Harold Fannon's going to be close. Kittle's going to be close. Kincaid's going to be close. Where did he finish last year?
I don't know. I mean, I just looking at the stats here thinking he had a couple of good games. Like the Tampa Bay game, I remember he killed us. He had 2 touchdowns. 7 catches for 53 yards and 2 touchdowns. That was a good fantasy day. 10 catches against the Rams for 70, so that would have been a positive day. Other than that, I don't see what puts him in that category, or how you can think that he'll be in that category.
He had a lot of touchdowns.
He had 6 touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
Does that get him close?
No.
I didn't think so. Especially in a world where so many tight ends are now coming into play.
So
last year, you still live in a world with
he was 14 last year.
Tyler Warren and
He was 14 last year. I'd say it's probably where he's at again this year.
Yeah.
For me.
Yeah. Top 5 is crazy.
Kyle Pitts was number 2. That still dumbfounds me.
Why? That's where he should have been. That's where he should have been for the last 6 years.
Because if you take out 1 week, because if you take out 1 week, he doesn't finish in the top 10. That's why it shocks me.
Oh, the 3 touchdown game he had against us?
Yeah, the 45.5-point game. That took him from 11th to 2nd.
Gotcha. Okay. We got another super chat here.
All about the money, money, money. All about the money, money, money.
And it's from Sir Jimothy. He says, R.I.P. to all that we lost. Remember the reason this weekend. Absolutely. Memorial Day weekend. Everyone take time to at least pay your respects to the fallen. The AFC East discussion starts with the Jets, does it not?
I thought we went in the order that we thought they would finish in.
I see. Okay, so if we do it that way, then I guess we start with Miami.
Yeah, because I would
teams.
love to hear where you think the wins are going to come from Miami.
They're going to catch one somewhere. They're either going to open the season with a win against the Raiders, right? Or maybe catch the Jets on one of them, or I don't really know. I'm not sure where that's coming from. But I'm not betting on anybody to go 0-17.
Where do they win? Tell me a win.
You got about 4 chances.
So you've either got to go to Vegas and beat the Raiders.
Yep.
In Las Vegas to start the season.
Yep.
Fernando Mania taking over Las Vegas, and you're going to beat them week 1. I don't agree with you.
Mm-hmm.
Then you go to San Francisco, you host Kansas City. No shot. You could tell me Kansas City plays with 9 people, and I'll take them to beat you. And I think what you heard is 9 people at a time. I'm talking about 9 players total on that team. I will, as long as I get to pick the 9 guys it is, I'll still take them to beat Miami. You go to Minnesota. You're home for Cincinnati. You go to the Jets after a bye. That's probably the most winnable game. Mm-hmm. I don't think so. I really do. I don't think this team could win a game on the road in any scenario. Bad teams do not win on the road.
Mm-hmm. Well, you're definitely not getting a win against the Patriots.
Well, you're not getting a win at home because you don't have any winnable games at home.
Or the Lions. Or the Bills. The Colts. The Broncos. The Bears. The Chargers. All you got left is, you going to give me a game in Green Bay when it's cold in Week 15? Not happening. Not happening.
I just don't see winnable games. They can beat the Jets in Miami.
You have 3 chances.
The Jets in Miami.
Uh-huh.
At Minnesota and the Raiders.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think the Jets are bad enough for you to beat them in their house. Especially considering it could be kind of cold. And Miami is going to be a team that does not play well in cold weather at all.
They're not going to play well at all, period. You don't have to use cold weather on there. This is the definition of an expansion team.
I have them 1-16.
I do as well.
I haven't beaten the Jets in Miami in Week 12. I actually have 2 winless teams going into Week 12.
Mm-hmm.
The Dolphins and the Cardinals.
When did I give the Cardinals a win? Yeah, me too. Me too. The Cardinals made it longer than the Dolphins did without picking up a win. This is the plan, though. You've constructed this roster perfectly. if your goal was to have the number one pick for the next 4 years. They're trusting the process. They're going full Philadelphia 76ers circa, when was that? 2010? 2012? When did
Trust the process.
When did the process start?
Oh, God. It's
been a while.
It's not been as in its start. It really kind of started to pay off not that long ago.
Oh yeah, but I mean that's what I'm foreseeing for Miami here, is that you're not going to be competitive for a while.
That team is just so unbelievably bad,
talentless.
I mean, I'm looking at the roster right now, just going, is there a position group on this team I even like? The Malik Willis thing, I hate to tell you this, it's going to go so unbelievably badly that it's going to be hard to wrap your brain around.
Because not only do you have a quarterback that is not good and catfished you into making you think that he could be good, but also you didn't give him anything to throw to. The best damn pass catcher on that team you got is who?
Devon
Greg
Achane.
Dulcich?
Oh. I do like Greg Dulcich. But
That's what I'm saying. But I think like he's got the best hands of anybody on that team.
the three starting receivers right now, and I actually heard you said something about a depth chart yesterday while we had Mike from Raw Dog.
Yeah.
So these depth charts are a guess.
Yeah.
The team has not put out a depth chart yet.
Right.
So you have absolutely no idea who's going to. And the reason that I say that is that Miami drafted three wide receivers. I won't be shocked if they all three start before this year's over. You could tell me the starting receivers of this team are Caleb Douglas, Chris Bell, and Kevin Coleman, and I'd go, yeah, that makes sense. Because right now you have the Rams 4 from last year, probably the 5th best receiver for the Dallas Cowboys, and Malik Washington, who I think if he wore a pair of high heels would stand about 5'7".
They officially list him at 5'8", so that means he's at least 5'6".
And somehow Terrace Marshall is only the 9th receiver on this team.
But then go look at the defense.
It's awful.
The defense is atrocious.
It's awful.
Chop Robinson, Josh Uche,
Jordan Brooks and a bunch of dudes. I'll say
Kenneth Grant and Jordan Brooks. That's the best.
Kenneth Grant was maybe the worst rookie in the NFL last year. Didn't play a ton. He was awful when he did.
Yeah. Your second string includes guys like David Ajabo and Daryl Baker Jr. I don't even know who that is. Is that Donnie Baker's cousin?
No. Daryl Baker.
I have no idea who the hell that is.
He played for the Titans.
The Titans.
The Tennessee Titans looked at him and said, no.
The Saskatchewan Titans.
Nope, the Tennessee Titans. They looked at him and said, our secondary is good without you.
He played for the Birmingham Titans of the European Football League.
I mean, this looks like an expansion roster.
It does. This is worse than the Madden roster that they give you to start your ultimate team. Because you at least get a bonus in that one, right? Like when you start the team, they're like, hey, congratulations for downloading it. We're going to give you a 98 running back. Sweet.
Awesome.
We're
running the veer.
I got a 76 running back with a 99 speed. Woo-hoo-hoo!
I also think it's funny how many people think Devon Achane's just going to be just as good with Jeff Hafley as he was with Mike McDaniel. I find that to be absolutely hilarious.
I don't care who's running the offense down there.
Well, I'm not scared of your quarterback, first of all.
It doesn't
You
matter.
don't have Tyreek Hill or Jalen Waddle. So now you've taken two high-end deep threats, and you expect a little tiny running back, just because he's fast, to go up against loaded boxes. Okay.
I think the only way that this season should proceed is if we make the Miami Dolphins play themselves every day. Just every week, we're going to make that offense line up against that defense.
No winners.
No winners. No.
In that scenario, no one wins.
They're god-awful.
I have them 1-16.
And I don't know how they win more than that.
I'll be honest with you, it was hard for me to get them to 1.
I didn't like the fact that I picked them to beat your Jets. But
I want them to beat the Jets.
Well, sure.
Frankly, I hope they beat the Jets twice. I don't see any way it's going to happen.
That's not going to happen. If that happens, we're launching an investigation because you have gotten into the ear of Rich Cimini or whoever who has in turn gotten into the ears of Aaron Glenn and Darren Moogie and has gone, hey, guess what? We should just not play this year. You know what we should actually do? We should probably poison our entire team before every game. Like we will specifically feed them 4-day-old Taco Bell before every game.
Let me ask you a question. I'm just curious. I want to see if you do the same thing I did. I want you to compare the roster of the New York Jets to the Miami Dolphins. And by the way, this is the New York Jets who I'm not getting ready to say nice things about them either.
Yeah.
Who's better at quarterback, the Jets or the Dolphins?
Jets.
Running back.
Jets.
Wide receiver.
Jets.
Tight end.
Jets.
Offensive line.
Jets.
Edge rusher.
Jets.
Defensive tackle.
Jets.
Linebacker.
Jets.
That's the one where I would take the Dolphins.
No,
because
they've got Jordan Brooks.
Yeah.
That alone beats everything that you have.
Cornerback
is
Jets.
Safeties.
Jets by a lot.
Yeah.
Kicker, Jets.
I didn't get that far. But okay,
Riley, the competition between Riley Patterson and Zane Gonzalez is really going to be a banger.
Well, Austin Tank McNamara, he might be the downfall.
The Dolphins are better than the Jets at linebacker and punter. That's the end of message. And I have the Jets winning 4 games.
Of course, it's a dude named Austin that just screws it up for everybody. You're in the Sportsocracy, and this is ESPN Asheville. We'll be back right after this.
Now here's your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, Bills. That's Bills. Enter it now.
Log on to ESPNAVL.com to play, and good luck.
Thursday, June 18th, the Orange Peel presents the Kiefer Sutherland Band.
Said I'm wasting my life just paying my bills, doing my time but getting no chills.
Get your tickets now online at theorangepeel.net. Don't miss the Kiefer Sutherland Band live June 18th. See you at the Peel.
Hey guys, it's us, the Jonas Brothers. I'm Joe.
I'm Kevin. And I'm Nick. And guess what? We created our own podcast called Hey Jonas.
We
invented a podcast? Well, we didn't invent it. We just contributed to it.
We're the first people to do podcasts.
We get to ask other people questions because we're sick and tired of being asked questions.
Well, sick and tired is a strong way to put it, but, you know. Tired and sick.
Tired and sick.
Listen to Hey Jonas on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Follow Hey Jonas and start listening on the free iHeartRadio app today.
The Ingalls Advantage isn't just about savings or the best quality food for your family. It's more than that. It's the advantage of being a part of a community. That's why we provide over 2 million pounds of food every year through regular donations and programs like the Ingalls Giving Tree, Food for Thought, and the Ingalls Fill a Backpack program. It's the right thing to do, and we know that you would do the same. Ingalls, your neighbor for over 50 years.
I'm Coley Duffy.
I'm Cody Ward.
And
we're the Chainsaw Brothers.
Actually, we're cousins. A few days after Helene, we was in the driveway having a couple beers, waiting on the power to come back on. And we heard so many people calling, needing trees removed, and couldn't afford it.
So I called my dad to borrow a chainsaw, and over the next few months, we cleared trees for our neighbors. Our business was born out of wanting to help Western North Carolina get back on our feet.
We are fully insured and licensed. We keep our promises, meaning if we say we're going to be there, we'll be there. In these parts, we live how we were raised.
When you call the Chainsaw Brothers, you're not a customer, you're family. We're good at what we do, and we do it for a reasonable cost.
For all your chainsaw needs, call the Chainsaw Brothers. 828-316-1013. Or find us on Facebook. See how we treat our family.
Are you still covered up with storm damage and debris?
Call us about our daily rates at 828-316-1013. That's 828-316-1013. We're the Chainsaw Brothers, and with our neighbors, we are Western North Carolina strong.
Do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Our mission, to improve lives with every interaction. This is JW, General Manager at Parks Ford Hendersonville. Experience the Parks Promise today at parksfordhendersonville.com. That's parksfordhendersonville.com.
Speed on the bases, power at the plate, Gold Glove defense across the diamond. The Stars of Atlanta are ready to take the field.
Michael Harris going to sprint back, and he somehow makes the catch Willie Mays style and goes into the wall.
Back and under new management, Tar Heel Walt Weiss takes the helm, chopping toward another playoff run. The Mountain's home for Braves baseball is ESPN Asheville, proudly brought to you by Parks Ford of Hendersonville.
Welcome back into the Sportsocracy. This is ESPN Asheville. Kevin Mullen wants to know, can we interest Miami in a slightly used Jalen Milroe? They should want it. I'd take it over Malik Willis.
As of right now, the Orlando Storm are the best team in the UFL.
Okay.
I have the Orlando Storm's roster in front of me.
Oh, dear.
I could make the argument that the roster of a UFL team is better than the Miami Dolphins.
No way.
In positions.
No way. I have to look for myself now.
Matt Corral, Jack Plummer, and Hank Bachmeier. Would I take that over Malik Willis?
That's close.
Probably.
It's closer than you want
I
to
had
be.
to think about it. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Jay Sean Corbin from Florida State. I always liked him a lot.
They have KJ Hamler at wide receiver.
KJ Hamler would be the number 2 receiver for the Miami Dolphins. All right, so I won't say they're better. I'll just say it's way closer than you want it to be.
Absolutely. And this team, I would have no problem saying would go winless in the NFL.
The Orlando Storm.
The Orlando Storm.
They wouldn't just go winless. They would get beat 89-0, and that would be the closest game they played all year.
I mean,
you want to know why we don't talk about UFL football? Because there's not any NFL football players on those rosters.
Because they would lose to a college team.
Miami's awful. Speaking of awful,
Miami's
my New York Jets.
Yeah, they're not. They're not going to be great either, and you don't want them to.
No, I don't want them to be great. I want the Jets to be the most competitive, annoying 3-14 team in NFL history.
And they lost a combined 13 one-score games.
Ian, so, you made the sale. Take my money right now.
Problem is they set you up for failure because they started you out with the Titans and went, I dare you to lose.
Jets will lose. Jets will lose that game.
Shoot.
Jets will lose that game. No doubt in my mind. Cam Ward will light that secondary up. And it's on the road.
Secondary's not that bad.
Safeties are good. Safeties are good. I still don't love the corners, and they're young. No, I like Tennessee to win that game off the rip.
Wow.
And then what? You said they set us up for failure. Okay, let's just for excrements and giggles say you're right and the Jets beat the Titans in Nashville. Then what do you do for the next 3 weeks? Hammer, nail.
Just lose, baby.
Ed Orgeron, Megan's friend's mom. Just for 3 weeks.
Packers, Lions, and Bears. Oh, my. Not going to be fun. And then you get to bounce back with a win over the Cleveland Browns.
Are
you sure?
Are you sure? Miles Garrett, who blocks him?
I know they can't score.
Olafashanu struggled with one thing last year: speed to power. Miles Garrett, name me a player in the NFL.
Unless he has 8 sacks in that game. I don't like your chances of not winnabling it.
All right, so I'm going to give them every game that I think they could possibly win.
Uh-huh.
All right, so that's 2.
Mm-hmm.
So you're sitting at 2-3 in week 5.
Yep.
Then you go to the Patriots.
Yep, smoked.
Hammer, nail.
Yep.
Week 7.
Dolphins.
Hey, home to the Dolphins.
Win.
Home to the Raiders.
Win.
Find me another one. Arizona, Minnesota.
You got the Dolphins again.
In Miami. The Jets have – I would love to know the last time the Jets won in Miami.
Then you got the Cardinals. And then there's Minnesota. So
they won last year.
If you winnable all of the winnable games, I mean, you're not going to have a great pick when it's your turn to come up.
Let's see.
Good thing it's the Jets, and you're not going to winnable all the winnable games.
In the 2020s, the Jets and the Dolphins have played 12 times.
Mm-hmm.
The Dolphins are 10-2.
Mm-hmm. That sounds about right.
Oddly enough, the Jets didn't win in Miami in 25.
Mm-hmm.
They beat us twice.
Mm-hmm.
The last time the Jets won in Miami, it was 2015.
10 years?
10 years.
Nice.
They haven't won a game in Miami in 10 years.
Wow.
And I'll be honest with you, I don't think they're going to start now because that's the one win I have for Miami.
Right.
If you go best case rose-colored glasses, as awesome as it could be, they beat Minnesota. They go to Arizona, who's on like 9 days rest, and beat them, which I don't love. They beat Miami. They beat the Raiders. They beat Miami again. They beat Cleveland. They beat Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that's rose-colored, best as it could be glasses. Now, let's be honest.
Mm-hmm.
This is a team with Geno Smith who has never seen an interception he didn't like.
Mm-hmm.
Turns the ball over a lot. Gets sacked a lot. With a slew of young receivers that he's not going to trust off the rip.
Mm-hmm.
So 2 of your winnable games are in the first 5 games against teams that I think are going to be pretty improved defensively. Cleveland and Tennessee. Can they score points? It's not going to be easy, but they could because I don't think the Jets' defense is exactly a gauntlet.
Mm-hmm.
It's improved as well, but it's not a gauntlet.
Mm-hmm.
I have them losing to Tennessee.
Okay.
I got them beating Cleveland.
Okay.
Have them beaten Miami in New York.
Mm-hmm.
They carry over and stay in New York for a game the next week against the Raiders.
Mm-hmm.
That's 3.
Mm-hmm.
I give them the Cardinals and the Vikings. I have them at 5-12.
That's what I have them at. 5-12.
And you know what? I want it to be worse than that. Bad. I really want it to be worse than that.
Well, it could be worse than that, but I don't like it. I don't like the possibility of it being worse than that because I don't think you're that bad of a team. Right? There are so many bad teams in this league. And I don't know. This is the one time that I don't trust the Jets to lose enough. It's odd. It's a weird place to be.
5-12. Where did that have them in your final standings?
Let me see here. I believe you were like 10.
I had the Jets with 2 picks in the top 8, and their pick was not the higher of the 2.
Right. That's my problem. So what's the other pick that you have?
Colts.
The Colts pick. Yeah, you'd be picking back to back. By my estimation.
I had them at 5, and I had the Colts pick was 5, the Jets pick was 8.
Let's see.
And then Dallas was like 20-something.
Jets at 9, Colts at 11. You ended with the same record, but
how did you? I wasn't here for the South yesterday. How did you find that many wins for the Colts?
5 wins?
How? I mean, are they going to play 14 players?
Maybe. You never know.
The Colts and the Vikings are the 2 that I am absolutely screaming for the rooftops. You go under. You don't just go under. You scream under.
What's the number for the Colts?
8.5. It's the same as the Vikings.
Mm-mm.
The Vikings and the Colts are both at 8.5.
No.
Which is nanners. Because I think those 2 teams combined might not win 8 games.
Right. Titans, Giants.
No way.
Browns, Vikings. I mean, they've got winnable games on that schedule.
4. You said 4, and they will get obliterated in like 11 of their other games.
Absolutely. They're getting trounced. That's not a good team.
Mm-mm.
And I hope for your case, since you have all the picks and such, that they end up as high as possible. But at least for the Jets, I think you've got enough winnable games there that you're going to be disappointed.
5-12, I'm fine.
You'll be happy as long as you're picking in the top 10.
I would prefer it to be less than that so you can get whichever quarterback you want.
Sure.
But 2 picks in the top 10 of this draft is, that's That's franchise.
And all
pieces.
the momentum to move up.
And if you listen to Jets media, Cade Klubnik's actually going to be the franchise quarterback, which is the craziest thing that anyone has ever said.
Ew. It's like Carson Beck's going to start in Arizona, right?
The difference is that there is no difference between Jacoby Brissett, Carson Beck, and Gardner Minshew. As much as I dislike Geno Smith, he is an improvement over Cade Klubnik.
You're in the Sportsocracy. This is ESPN Asheville. Predictions for the AFC East continue after the break.
ESPN Asheville. Your mountain weather forecast.
Rain showers will continue to increase in coverage, maybe intensity, not in terms of severe weather, but could have some downpours in spots as we get into the afternoon. And even on through Friday, Saturday, Sunday, going to continue to beat the same old drum. The rain is needed. I know it's a holiday weekend, though. Maybe you've got camping plans or something. 80 today, tonight with the showers and thunderstorms near 60. And with the wet weather scattered around tomorrow, only near 70 degrees. And more scattered storms, as we mentioned, over the holiday weekend. From the Weather Channel, I'm Ray Staging.
This report is sponsored by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
You think a ticket for not wearing your seatbelt is the worst that could happen. Until you get in a crash. Suddenly, a ticket doesn't seem so bad. Click it. Or ticket. Paid for by NHTSA.
Man, whenever I use a sports book, I feel like I'm just getting robbed blind.
Dude, you've got to delete that app. You need to be using Polymarket.
Polymarket? How are they any different?
Polymarket is a prediction market, not a sports book. You trade against other fans just like you, not the house. That means more money for you and less for those greedy sports books.
For real?
Yep. Sports books take around $9 on a $100 position and then pay out around $500. Polymarket pays out $650 on that same position.
What's the catch?
No catch. Even better, it's available in all 50 states. Polymarket is so confident that you'll never go back, they're giving you $50 free on your first trade.
I'm deleting my sportsbook app. How do I get started?
Download Polymarket now and use promo code HEAT for $50 free for your first trade. Stop letting sportsbooks steal from you. Download Polymarket and use promo code HEAT for $50 free on your first trade. Use promo code HEAT.
Trading not available in all jurisdictions. Check local regulations before trading. Restrictions and eligibility requirements apply.
iHeart's Yacht Rock Radio goes commercial free all Memorial Day weekend. Smooth sailing with the greatest from the 70s and 80s. Just open the free iHeart app, search Yacht Rock, and start listening now.
Clarissa sells WNC as the #1 team in Buncombe County. We have the customer service experience to assist you in achieving your real estate goals. Our team offers something that 90% of listings in our market won't have, Zillow Showcase. Check us out at clarissasellswnc.com.
I'm David.
And I'm Christina.
And this is our Ingalls story.
Ginger's Revenge is a brewery located in Asheville, North Carolina that specializes in the production of hard ginger beer.
So we use all natural, whole ingredients, and I think that really sets us apart.
Ingalls is an amazing partner for us to work with. A lot of our fans know that they can go to Ingalls and find a lot of the flavors that we have available, and they just make it really easy for folks to purchase local products.
This is J.W. Whitley, General Manager at Parks Ford of Hendersonville. Our value of urgency, timely, responsive, focused, prioritizing you as our customer and the community that we serve to do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Experience the Parks Promise today at parksfordhendersonville.com.
Sure, you know Appalachian Motor Coach is the official shuttle sponsor of the Living the Dream Tailgate Tour. But did you know that they can get you anywhere in style? Weddings, bachelor or bachelorette parties, corporate gatherings, family reunions, Appalachian Motor Coach makes the ride part of the fun. Luxury seating, climate control, and none of the stress of parking or driving. Appalachian Motor Coach gets you there relaxed, on time, and ready for the party. For more information, visit them at AppalachianMotorCoach.com. Appalachian Motor Coach, the best memories start on the ride.
All right, we're back in the Sportsocracy. It is ESPN Asheville. It's the last day of prediction week, I predict, for me.
Yeah, Tank will not be here. It may be a long weekend for us, even longer, because I'll try to find a fill-in on short notice.
Whoa. Anyhow, welcome back in. Prediction week here in the Sportsocracy. AFC East schedule breakdowns. All right, we've done the crappy teams.
And now it's to which team do you have finishing first in this
Bills.
division? I don't.
Oh, you said first. I jumped in before you said. I thought you said next in the division.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's not the Bills winning this division. I do think the Bills will be up there. They'll be close.
Do you?
I mean, much closer than the Jets or the Dolphins will be.
It's not saying much.
You think this? Okay. Here has to be the first question. How far back will the Buffalo Bills take a step, in your opinion, Jeremy?
I have Buffalo at 9-8, missing the playoffs.
Okay.
I don't think this is a good team.
Okay.
I do not think this is a good team. Josh Allen turns 30 years old today.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to have to put this team on his back.
Mm-hmm. And what makes it different than it has been?
I don't know that the defense will be as good as it has been. There's part of me that thinks, we railed on Sean McDermott, and Sean McDermott's part of the problem here, and then they fired him.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm looking at the defense going, this is not good. I don't love what you're putting out on the field.
Okay.
And you've got to beat some pretty prodigious offenses. That secondary is awful. Man, I hate to break it to you. It's not good. So if this adjustment to the 3-4, which, look, they were pretty well built for it. Very rarely do you see a team go from a 4-3 to a 3-4 where they have this many pieces.
Mm-hmm.
But, do you feel great about the edge rushers? Bradley Chubb has not been worth the money in 2 years.
Greg Rousseau is pretty good.
Also playing a position he's never played before in his life. He's standing up.
Okay.
Greg Rousseau's really tall, and he's really long.
Mm-hmm.
That does not always translate to 3-4 outside linebacker. And you look at the front's fine, and I think you can get by with that. You're really thin on the inside.
Mm-hmm.
You're really putting a lot into Dayon Walker. Linebackers are okay.
Okay.
Your secondary is Christian Benford, Maxwell Harrison. Ugh.
It's not great.
Ugh.
It's not the worst.
Okay, let me see if approaching this in a different way will help you. That secondary has to, in order, stop Nico Collins, Amon-Ra St. Brown, the flock of guys that the Los Angeles Chargers have, the depth of the New England Patriots, and the Los Angeles Rams in the first 5 weeks. Mm-hmm. I hate to say this to anybody. You understand there's a possibility that Buffalo starts 0-5. I don't think they will. I don't like them at Houston. Do you?
No, I don't.
Because I don't look at their offensive line and go, yeah, you're really going to hold up well against Daniil Hunter and Will Anderson. How do you slow down Nico Collins?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's say you do the same thing to C.J. Stroud that you've done in the past and you frustrate him and maybe turns it over a couple times. How do you score on them? Josh Allen's going to be harassed the entire day. Their secondary is light years better than yours.
Yes.
DJ Moore, I think he'll bounce back. I wasn't as upset about that trade as a lot of other people were, but still overpaid.
Mm-hmm.
You still don't have anything outside of that. It's DJ Moore and the same nonsense that I've seen you do for 5 years that's never good enough to win in the playoffs. Now the difference is now you're playing playoff teams. See, Buffalo got 3 layups for about 5 years because they played New England, they played Miami, and they played the Jets. And then they did the same thing on the road. So over the course of the last handful of years, you've won a lot of games in this division. I don't think you're doing that again because I'll be honest with you, I think the Jets could beat them. In New York, I think the Jets could beat them. I didn't pick them to do that, but they could.
Okay.
You get the 2 with Miami, you get a tougher, young, scrappy defensive team in the Jets, and I think New England's better than you. And your schedule is awful. The first 5 weeks of the season, they play 5 teams that I have in the top 8 in the NFL.
Mm.
And I got news for you. I don't have Buffalo in the top 8.
Okay.
Then you get a little reprieve because you get the Las Vegas Raiders, which will be water in the desert. Get a bye week. Oh, and surely I love them after the bye week. You play Baltimore.
Mm-hmm.
who I also think is better than you.
And then
it lightens up. You got Minnesota, Jets, Dolphins. That's 3 weeks.
I get 3 weeks to heal up before it gets tough again.
I get 3 weeks, and then I play 2 bad teams at the end of the year. Every other game in between there is losable.
Mm-hmm.
The Bills play 4 games the entire year that I feel really good they're going to win. I would wager them to win outright. This thing could come so far off the rails that you think Kansas City was bad last year? Let 2 injuries happen to Buffalo and watch what happens. Because they're thin as all get out. You look at the second team of the Buffalo Bills, there's nothing there. There's nothing there. If they have to go to a backup tackle, Josh Allen may not make it through the season. And that's assuming that Deion Dawkins and Spencer Brown can hold up, because Spencer Brown hasn't been all that good at times either. Okay. The interior has some pieces, but you really have no pieces at wide receiver unless you think Keon Coleman's just going to out of nowhere become a guy, or that I'm all of a sudden going to be right on Josh Palmer. I like Skylar Bell, but I think he's a year away.
I mean, there's no impact players there, but I mean, there's enough to have a revolving door of contributors.
There's enough to have a revolving door of 4s. Yeah, I don't feel good about a first-year head coach who, oh, by the way, I've blamed a good amount of the drop-off offensively on Joe Brady. We blamed it on Ken Dorsey. Well, at some point you have to look around and go, maybe this is a Josh problem. And now you've got a defense that I don't know exactly what I'm going to get out of it. Because I've just never seen him play 3-4. Jim Leonard's never been a defensive coordinator in the NFL. And I hate to tell you this, he was pretty bad at Wisconsin. I get that he's well-loved. Hell, I'll be honest with you, I know the guy. He was around the Jets for a long time because he is a former Jet. Just because I know him doesn't mean I like what you're going to see here. Just because I want him to be successful doesn't mean that he will be. There's a lot more up in the air with Buffalo than people want to think, and they have one of the toughest starts of any team in the NFL. And if it goes sideways, and I'm telling you, the game that I've got just circled, if they lose to Detroit in that opener of the new stadium, this is going to go sideways. If they lose that game, this is going to go sideways because this team will be 0-2. It's going to get loud. And you know what happens when it gets loud? Star quarterbacks start to press. I've seen Josh Allen press. It doesn't go well. I don't even have Buffalo making the playoffs.
Wow. Okay. I don't think that's going to happen. I don't necessarily think this defense is any worse than it has been.
And that's I'm glad you said it that way. I don't disagree with what you just said. Here's the difference. Here's who they played last year. Baltimore team that they needed an absolute miracle to beat. The Jets, Miami, New Orleans, New England, Atlanta. How many teams do you feel real daunting about right there? Because one of them made the playoffs, and the others were not really all that close. Then you had a bye. You played Carolina, who was a division winner, but they were not. They were better at the end of the year than they were in the middle. Kansas City, that was already starting to feel the effects. You got slaughtered by the Miami Dolphins. Tampa Bay, Houston, Pittsburgh, Cincinnati, New England, Cleveland, Philadelphia, and New York. There are about 5 tough games on that schedule. You have 12 this year. That's the difference. The difference is now instead of playing Justin Fields and Tua Tagovailoa and Baker Mayfield week in, week out, you go C.J. Stroud, Jared Goff, Justin Herbert, Drake Maye, Matthew Stafford, even Fernando Mendoza. I don't like the team, and I think they're going to beat the Raiders, but still. Lamar Jackson. Then you get 3 manna from heavens with whatever's going to happen in Minnesota, Geno Smith and Malik Willis. But then you end the season with Pat Mahomes.
Great. I mean, I win that quarterback battle every time other than Patrick Mahomes and
No.
Drake
I didn't
Maye.
say – no. You're not listening to what I'm saying.
No, I hear what
I didn't say I'm losing the quarterback battle. I said you're not getting these absolute turds that they feasted on for the last 4 years. Now you have to play 11 games against top 12 quarterbacks in the NFL. I don't love Jordan Love, But if you think Buffalo's going into Green Bay and beating that team, I don't agree with you. I just don't. I think they're very similar, and tie goes to the home team. I'll be honest with you, I don't think they're beating Chicago in their own stadium.
Wow. Okay. Not a lot of faith in the Buffalo Bills.
You know why? Because I've had faith in them about 5 years in a row, and I'm tired of it. Because Buffalo finds a way to lose. They don't find a way to win. They find a way to lose important games. The thing that's hidden them for all these years, and if you go back through the schedule 5 years, I did it.
Mm-hmm.
No team in the NFL has played less playoff teams in the last 5 years than the Buffalo Bills in the regular season.
Mm-hmm.
That's not an opinion. It's a fact. So you get into the playoffs, and then what happens? We always go, oh, well, Josh can't win in the playoffs. Yeah, because he's not playing the New Orleans Saints. He's not playing the New York Jets. Josh just being a superhero saves you against teams that are not of your caliber.
Right.
Look at his record against the teams that are his caliber.
He does pretty well against them in the regular season,
Mahomes,
doesn't he?
He does really well against Pat Mahomes.
Mm-hmm.
And then he loses to him in the playoffs.
Yep. Which I don't think this year will be any different.
I do. I think Buffalo's due for a slide.
Wow. All right. There you have it. Breaking news. Buffalo Bills, barely 500 team.
9-8.
11-6.
I don't know how you got there. You got some wins that are not going to make a whole lot of sense to me.
Clearly. That means the number one team in the division,
New England Patriots. And I agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at the roster, this is the best team in that division. Because I got news for you, Drake and Josh, it's close. I'd still take Josh. Name me another position where you take the Bills. I give you a hint. It's real hard to find one.
Running back? A James Cook against Ramondre Stevenson and Hendrickson?
Yeah, but I get James Cook and nothing else.
Travion Henderson.
I like Travion Henderson to take a big step forward this year.
I like him as well, but right now they win that. The Bills win that for me.
Okay. So the least
DJ
important.
Moore added to that wide receiver room?
And then what? Khalil Shakir and Terrell Shavers? Yeah, sorry, I don't really care.
Against Romeo Doubs and Kayshon Boutte?
And Efton Chisholm and Kyle Williams, and then I've got the tight ends, and I'll be honest with you, I would easily take Hunter Henry ahead of probably not Kincaid. They're close. Kincaid's a really good fantasy player. I don't think he's as great of a real-life player.
Mm-hmm.
Offensive line, not close. Defense, not even kind of close. New England secondary, good luck.
Yeah. I mean, one has to clearly lean on the offense.
Well, and then you get into the fact of, hey, look at the schedule. How in the world did New England – how did you get a schedule like this? Because I don't think New England's schedule is that evil. Seattle's a tough start. Pittsburgh, don't care. Jacksonville, don't care.
Mm-hmm.
You get that one in Buffalo, but at least you're not their first game in that stadium. Then you go Raiders, Jets, at the Bears, Dolphins, Packers in your house. You have to go to the Lions. Then you get a late bye, which is very advantageous.
Well, you got to go to Germany for the Lions game.
You're right. I hate the way this is laid out because it puts that all the way on the right side of the screen. I don't see it.
Yeah.
So then you get the bye.
Mm-hmm.
You catch the Chargers and the Bills after the bye.
Mm-hmm.
Catch Kansas City late.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's a heads-up game. And you finish out New England, Denver in New England, Miami in New England. Do you hear how different that sounds than what Buffalo played?
Yeah, I do.
I'm tired of riding the roller coaster with Buffalo. This is the same thing I said with Kansas City. This team is not that impressive when you look at it on paper, and all you need is one thing to go the wrong way, and you're going to fall off a cliff. I think New England is ascending, and Buffalo is declining. I also have absolutely no idea what Joe Brady is as a head coach.
We're going to get to find out.
I thought it was a weird hire when they did it. I think it's an even weirder hire now.
I think we know what Mike Vrabel is as a head coach.
I know exactly what Mike Vrabel is.
And we know what this team
is. As a person and a coach.
Now, are they they're swinging the A.J. Brown deal? That's a done thing?
I believe so.
Because, I mean, you do that, and I feel much better.
Oh, yeah, you swing A.J. Brown, and not only is New England better than Buffalo, they're way better than Buffalo.
Absolutely. I mean, I got them better than Buffalo, but not by as many games. Their schedule is more manageable, but it's also because when you play defense in this league, it's so much easier to win, right? It's so much easier to beat teams when you don't let them score against you.
Mm-hmm.
And the New England Patriots have that ability. Buffalo Bills do not. You got to outscore people.
What's my rule about teams in the NFL? Find me a bad drafting team, and I'll find you a team that's going to piddle in their pants when you need it to happen.
Yep.
Buffalo drafted well for the last 5 years?
Not
I
particularly.
gave him a D this year. Gave him a D last year. Haven't had over a B+ in 5 years. And trust me, as you look down that roster, it starts to play out. New England, on the other hand, hammers 2 years in a row. And I look at New England and go, is there one player on that roster? All right, the addition of A.J. Brown, yes. That becomes the holy grail of the New England Patriots because that is the one guy that can completely derail your season if he got hurt. Name me another one. Christian Gonzalez gets hurt. Does the defense fall apart? No, it doesn't. You know how many of them I got for Buffalo? About 12. DJ Moore gets hurt, you have one of the worst receiving corps in the league. James Cook gets hurt, you can't run a greasy peg up a cat's keister. One of your tackles gets hurt, you have a sieve playing on the outside. I keep doing this. This was one of those that because you know how I do this, I pick it blind, and then I looked at it at the end and went, wow, I would not have thought Buffalo, and then I thought about it. And I'm really glad we did the East late because I probably would have been saying all this 3 days ago, but then I had 3 days to think about it. And I realized, as I look at that roster's not good. The roster's not better than Kansas City. Kansas City with Pat Mahomes, they're better than you. Baltimore with Lamar Jackson, they're better than you. Chargers with Justin Herbert, they're better than you. Houston Texans with C.J. Stroud, they're better than you. Period. Jacksonville's debatable. New England with Drake Maye, they're better than you.
Highly debatable.
Well, they were better than you last year. I mean, look, I think
they
Jacksonville's
will be this year.
I don't either. I mean, I didn't do the South. I did, but I didn't get to say anything about it, which might be what I do tomorrow if Tank is in his bed with the sniffles.
Could be. New England's winning this division. I didn't even think about it for a second. I just didn't have the Buffalo Bills missing the playoffs and being middle of the road.
I'm not going to lie. I didn't think I would either until I did.
Yep. You are in the Sportsocracy, and this is ESPN Asheville Prediction Week continuing after the top of the hour break here. We've got the NFC East coming up next. The NFC East, will anything change? I know one thing that I count on changing, and this is going to be a 3-team race again at the top of this division. There's another one that, well, you're still trying hard. We'll talk about the NFC East when we come back here in the Sportsocracy next.
ESPN Asheville, your mountain weather forecast.
Rain showers will continue to increase in coverage, maybe intensity, not in terms of severe weather, but could have some downpours in spots as we get into the afternoon. And even on through Friday, Saturday, Sunday, going to continue to beat the same old drum. The rain is needed. I know it's a holiday weekend, though. Maybe you've got camping plans or something. 80 today, tonight with the showers and thunderstorms near 60. And with the wet weather scattered around tomorrow, only near 70 degrees. And more scattered storms, as we mentioned, over the holiday weekend. From the Weather Channel, I'm Ray Staging.
This report is sponsored by Allstate. Wish you could save on home insurance? With Allstate, you could easily save and get quality protection. Yep, it's a win-win. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
The possibility of lung cancer can be pretty scary, especially if you're one of approximately 8 million current or former smokers at high risk. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know that now there's a breakthrough low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early, and it only takes 60 seconds. You stop smoking, now start screening. For an easy quiz to see if you're eligible, visit SaveByTheScan.org. It could save your life. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
Dan Scott here, inviting you to check out my new show every Sunday, 8 to 9 a.m. here on ESPN Asheville, where we bring sports and faith together. The Dan Scott Show, 8 a.m. Sundays on ESPN Asheville.
Clarissa Sells WNC is the #1 team in Buncombe County. We have the customer service experience to assist you in achieving your real estate goals. Our team offers something that 90% of listings in our market won't have, Zillow Showcase. Check us out at clarissasellswnc.com.
Sure, you know Appalachian Motor Coach is the official shuttle sponsor of the Living the Dream Tailgate Tour. But did you know that they can get you anywhere in style? Weddings, bachelorette parties, corporate gatherings, family reunions, Appalachian Motor Coach makes the ride part of the fun. Luxury seating, climate control, and none of the stress of parking or driving. Appalachian Motor Coach gets you there relaxed, on time, and ready for the party. For more information, visit them at AppalachianMotorCoach.com. Appalachian Motor Coach, the best memories start on the ride.
I'm Coley Duffy.
I'm Cody Ward.
And
we're the Chainsaw Brothers.
Actually, we're cousins. A few days after Helene, we was in the driveway having a couple beers, waiting on the power to come back on. And we heard so many people calling, needing trees removed, and couldn't afford it.
So I called my dad to borrow a chainsaw, and over the next few months, we cleared trees for our neighbors. Our business was born out of wanting to help Western North Carolina get back on our feet.
We are fully insured and licensed. We keep our promises, meaning if we say we're going to be there, we'll be there. In these parts, we live how we were raised.
When you call the Chainsaw Brothers, you're not a customer, you're family. We're good at what we do, and we do it for a reasonable cost.
For all your chainsaw needs, call the Chainsaw Brothers. 828-316-1013. Or find us on Facebook. See how we treat our family.
Are you still covered up with storm damage and debris?
Call us about our daily rates at 828-316-1013. That's 828-316-1013. We're the Chainsaw Brothers, and with our neighbors, we're Western North Carolina strong.
Woohoo! The iHeartRadio app now has presets. Just like in the car. You're our #1. Make us yours. ESPN Asheville, the mountain's favorite sports station, streaming 24/7. Your home for the Sportsocracy. Weekdays at noon. The Tar Heels and Atlanta Braves baseball.
Selling your home? Don't settle for average. Our real estate team at Clarissa Sells WNC and eXp Realty offers Zillow Showcase, an exclusive AI-powered listing experience available to just the top 10% of all listings in our area. With immersive media, cutting-edge design, and elevated marketing, Showcase listings, they go pending quicker and sell for up to $9,000 more than standard listings. Ready to stand out in a crowded market? Give our team a call today, 828-774-6343, because your home deserves the spotlight.
The Ingalls Advantage isn't just about savings or the best quality food for your family. It's more than that. It's the advantage of being a part of a community. That's why we provide over 2 million pounds of food every year through regular donations and programs like the Ingalls Giving Tree, Food for Thought, and the Ingalls Fill a Backpack program. It's the right thing to do. And we know that you would do the same. Ingalls, your neighbor for over 50 years.
The impact of a meal goes well beyond feeding our bodies, because when people don't have to worry about where their next meal is coming from, they can truly thrive, like Marta.
And now we'll hear from our class valedictorian, who with our hard work never ceases to amaze us. Please welcome Marta Moreno.
And Alex.
Hey, Alex, how did the interview go?
I did it! I got the job! I can't believe it!
I knew it. Let's meet up later to celebrate.
And Diego.
Mom! I got first place at the science fair with my volcano project.
That's amazing, sweetie. Congratulations.
Because when people are fed, futures are nourished, and everyone deserves to live a full life. Join the movement to end hunger at feedingamerica.org/actnow. feedingamerica.org/actnow. A public service announcement brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
ESPN Asheville. Yeah. WPEK Fairview. WMXF Waynesville. An iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human. Live from the Ingalls studio.
I can't wait to play with myself every day.
The Sportsocracy.
Damn the devil to hell! Let the big dogs eat! Let them on the field!
Come get you some of this.
Fire them cannons! By golly, put more powder in those things.
He couldn't take any more disappointment.
Oh my God. The Jets killed him.
into the Sportsocracy. It is ESPN Asheville. If you're just joining us, it is another edition of Prediction Week. Here on ESPN Asheville, we are heard everywhere you go on iHeartRadio app, and we are seen everywhere on YouTube.
Like any good show, we have been very locked in on the NFL schedule this week.
Yes. Go to thesportsocracy.com, click that live video link, subscribe to the channel so you can join us in the chat. Weigh in on how you think our predictions stink.
That's what we want.
Absolutely.
And over the next week on social media, you'll get to see all of our little cards of how the schedule went for both of us. I can't wait for those on social media. You mean that the Jacksonville Jaguars are going to – yeah, that's why I put it up there.
That's the thing about statements and predictions is you kind of have to believe them. I believe that one thing will not change about the NFC East.
The New York Giants are still the worst team in this division.
Bingo. And I don't think it's all that close, honestly.
How many games do they finish in last for you by? I'm just curious if it's as significant as mine.
It's very significant. 4, double it.
Get out of here.
Mm-hmm.
You have them going like 2-15?
3-14.
Oh.
I don't like this team. I don't know where. I mean, I like Harbaugh, but I look at this team and I go, I still don't know that I trust any of this to last.
How do you only have 3 wins? You got them beat.
Mm-hmm.
You got them losing to somebody that's going to make my brain hurt.
More than likely.
Well, you start Dallas, L.A.
100%.
I'll be stunned if we're not 0-2.
But 0-2. Tennessee Titans, congratulations. You get a win. Arizona Cardinals, congratulations. You get a win.
2-2.
Now sit back and wait for the fall to happen because you ain't getting another one for a long time.
I haven't beaten the Saints.
I do not.
Dome team I'm telling you. You will tell me I'm crazy on this, and that's fine. Dome team in the Meadowlands in October. I don't know what the record is. It is hilarious to watch dome teams come in there because the wind kicks up. And there's something weird about New Jersey. And that was actually a game that I stared at and I went, I like the Giants, or I like the Saints better. I don't like them in this spot. I wish that game was in September or December. Wouldn't care at all then. There is something about October that I don't want dome teams playing in Atlanta.
Well, that could possibly be one. I'm not saying I didn't consider giving them the win there. I just don't think you're going to do it.
Then they go Houston. Okay,
No.
Yeah, no, you ain't winning that one. Bye. After the bye, sorry, you wasted your bye because you had to play Philadelphia, and they're going to hurt your feelings. I got them beating Washington.
I do not.
I considered having them beating Jacksonville. I
didn't
do it, but I thought about it way harder than I probably should.
I don't think I even considered it.
You haven't beaten the Colts.
That's one of the ones the Colts get.
You are way higher on the Colts than I am. Lose to San Francisco, lose to Seattle, beat Cleveland, and then lose out.
Lions, Cowboys, Eagles. Yikes.
He does this every year, and I don't know why it continues to surprise me. The bad teams, 1-16, dead. You know how many teams in the NFL finished 1-16 last year?
None of them.
0.
None of them. How many finished 3-14 now?
2.
See, they could be one.
I don't think that roster is that bad. I do not like your front. I do not like your secondary. Is it weird that I kind of like the offense?
That you kind of like it? No. You tell me you trust it, and we need to talk.
Trust it against the Indianapolis Colts. That's look, I'm not sitting here telling you the Giants are going to go 9-8 and contend for it. But no, I'm not going there. But 6-11,
I'm not saying it's out of the realm of possibilities. when I got to that point, I went, I mean, some of these other teams got to win games too. And there are only so many that are winnable. When you play a whole bunch of teams, you got no business beating.
I mean, they have a good number of games that I don't really think there's anything that could happen that would make me think.
All right, so here's a better way to put this. All right, you had them at 6 wins.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's 6 winnable games for them on this schedule, and you're not going to winnable them all.
They could beat every team in their division at home.
I disagree. I don't think they're that good.
I think they can be. Just having Harbaugh that brings in a defensive mindset and the improvement that I think you will see in the defense schematically, and the fact that there's a lot of talent in the middle of that defense.
Is the pass rush for them going to be so good that they can keep Dak Prescott from killing them?
It depends on the weather. Depends on the weather. September in New York. If you tell me it's a rainy game, all of a sudden this is not.
Maybe so. Blame it on the rain, I guess.
Yes,
because I don't see you. I don't see you even competing. With George Pickens and C.D. Lamb and Dak Prescott, that secondary is atrocious.
Oh, see, and I can't go atrocious. I just think everybody's miscast. My problem with the secondary is that I feel like every single player in that secondary is one spot ahead of where they should be. Paulson Adebo, really solid 2. He ain't a 1. Greg Newsome, really solid 3. He ain't a 2. Drew Phillips, I like in the slot. Javon Holland.
Javon Holland's the only good player in the.
I like Tyler Nubin too. I don't think their safeties are terrible. If you remember, that was the reason I was saying they're not drafting Caleb Downs. I don't know why everybody. I get that he said that. Just ask yourself this question. John Harbaugh was the only coach in the top 10 that said anything about any player that made you go, oh, why did he do that? Because he wanted you to think that.
Because it went completely the other way.
And let him fall right to Dallas.
Maybe.
Which, by the way, remember all the bad things I said about Dallas last year? I will not be doing that again.
I don't have a lot of faith in the Giants. Could they be a 6-win team? Sure. That means in my mind they're about as good as the Steelers. And I don't have any faith in them either.
I like Jackson Dart better than you do. Again, you get no argument out of me. I think this is clearly the worst team in this division.
Yes, by a lot.
The schedule did not do them a ton of favors because they play a lot of good quarterbacks.
I can only help but do that thing that I do routinely, at least in the last couple of years, is believe that the Washington Commanders can make a big turnaround. Because I think they're going to finish far ahead of the New York Giants.
Really?
And they're also one of those that I don't know. I mean, completely healthy, you shouldn't be in that game either. I get division games are tough. But are they all that tough when you're not that good? And you can't stop anybody. Because I'll take the offensive weapons for Washington.
Oh, Washington
against New York
better than they are.
Exactly.
Divisional game. You also got to look at what leads into it.
You could come. I mean, there's sneaky things that could happen. Do you get a weird outcome on a Thursday night? Sure. Do you get a bad weather game where you're expecting that the Dallas Cowboys are going to blow their doors off, and guess what? George Pickens and C.D. Lamb don't run too well in the mud, do they? Then you got to rely on who? Who's their running back now? Miles Sanders? Who's the Cowboys running back?
Javonte Williams.
Oh, Javonte Williams. Yeah, I don't like that either.
I was about to say, is Miles Sanders even in the league?
I thought he was on that team now.
He might be.
I just looked it over.
He's a free agent.
He's not on that team. All right.
Oh, the rest of the NFL finally figured out what we figured out 3 years ago. He is not awesome at this.
I don't feel it. I don't feel like the Giants are there yet.
They're an improved roster.
You got pieces to build on and a better coach.
The Giants are going to be an annoying team.
Mm-hmm.
That's where it is.
Sure. I'm not saying they'll get blown out all 14 times. But I don't like you to win a bunch of games.
We have a super chat in the YouTube stream.
It's all about the money. All about the money.
It's from Kevin Mullen, which means it's a Shanahanism. So Kyle Shanahan walks into his local dispensary, immediately known as an atheist. See what you did there. Seattle wants joint practices with Dallas. Who's Seattle after? I think you're going to see a lot of joint practices this year. It has not been explicitly said through NFL communications. I have been told that practically any preseason game could end up with joint practices.
Mm-hmm.
They're negotiating those things now. Because a lot of times they'll come to an agreement at the league meeting, which was Tuesday.
I think I heard the other day that the Panthers had 2 scheduled. I can't remember with who. Let me look here real quick.
We don't play them every preseason anymore, which makes me sad because that was always real good access to my team.
Yes. Yeah, it was. The Jaguars and the Panthers are going to have joint practices.
That's actually traveling for joint practices.
Mm-hmm.
That's not attached to a preseason game because they don't play each other in the preseason.
And who was the other one?
Probably Pittsburgh, if I had a wager. Either Pittsburgh or the Giants.
Texans. So it says the reigning NFC South champions have targeted the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Houston Texans for joint practices in August.
Oh, I'm dumb.
They do play.
I'm a dumb person.
Yeah.
I was looking at the wrong team.
Gotcha.
I actually looked, and I wouldn't have realized it except I knew they played in the Hall of Fame game, which means they have to play Fort. I was looking at a different team.
Yeah. August 19th, prior to the August 21st preseason game at Everbank Stadium.
Little shocked they didn't target Buffalo with how many overlaps there have been there.
Mm-hmm. And then August 26th, their lone preseason game at Bank of America Stadium. I didn't realize that they only get one of those.
Yeah, because they play one in Ohio.
Right, because the Hall of Fame game.
And then the other 2 on the road.
Mm-hmm. Friday, August the 28th.
I mean, act now. You can get your tickets for the low price of $10 US. To
the Hall of Fame game?
No, to the Houston game in BOA.
Yeah, there's not a chance.
When I was looking at the schedule, I was like, we should do some preseason games. And I went, nope, have the Hall of Fame game. That's good enough.
Yeah, like I'm not interested. Preseason games, I won't even watch them on television.
The preseason has become largely irrelevant.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're still doing the thing at Wofford though, which I think is pretty cool that they still do that.
So that's like the Fan Fest or something like that.
Yeah, the joint practices and all of that. They're still working out in Spartanburg, so I mean that should be fun. Listen up, we may have tickets to give. Who knows? We'll see.
They're doing joint practices. They built they haven't done Wofford in years. They built that practice facility. They left Wofford in 2023.
Oh, they mentioned. Okay, never mind.
I was about to say, wait a minute, that doesn't sound right.
I thought it was saying that they were doing it again. Why would you even mention that if they hadn't done it in 3 years?
No clue.
No clue.
No clue.
They brought it up, and I was like, oh, look at that. They're going back.
No, their headquarters is like right in downtown Charlotte, so you can see the big buildings back behind.
That little inflatable thing that they have out there on the practice field, is that still there?
That I don't know.
Since the whole deal to move to Rock Hill fell through. Anyway, Washington Commanders. I think they're destined to have a bounce back year, and I think there's going to be a lot of wins. I think it's going to be a three-team race at the top of this division.
I don't disagree, and I can't wait to hear how you have it unfolding.
Mm-hmm. You're in the Sportsocracy, and this is ESPN Asheville.
Thursday, August 20th, the Orange Peel presents Buck Cherry. Get your tickets now online at theorangepeel.net. I'm sorry. Don't miss Buck Cherry live August 20th. See you at the Peel.
Hey guys, it's us, the Jonas Brothers. I'm Joe.
I'm Kevin.
And I'm Nick. And guess what? We created our own podcast called Hey Jonas.
We invented a podcast?
Well, we didn't invent it. We just contributed to it.
We're the first people to do podcasts. We get to ask other people questions because we're sick and tired of being asked questions.
Well, sick and tired is a strong way to put it, but, you know.
Tired and sick.
Tired and sick.
Listen to Hey Jonas on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Follow Hey Jonas and start listening on the free iHeartRadio app today.
Now here's your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Deposit. That's deposit. Enter it now.
Log on to ESPNAVL.com to play, and good luck.
Dan Scott here, inviting you to check out my new show every Sunday, 8 to 9 a.m. here on ESPN Asheville, where we bring sports and faith together. The Dan Scott Show, 8 a.m. Sundays on ESPN Asheville.
Clarissa sells WNC as the #1 team in Buncombe County. We have the customer service experience to assist you in achieving your real estate goals. Our team offers something that 90% of listings in our market won't have, Zillow Showcase. Check us out at clarissasellswnc.com.
I'm David.
And I'm Christina.
And this is our Ingles story.
Ginger's Revenge is a brewery located in Asheville, North Carolina that specializes in the production of hard ginger beer.
So we use all natural, whole ingredients, and I think that really sets us apart.
Ingles is an amazing partner for us to work with. A lot of our fans know that they can go to Ingles and find a lot of the flavors that we have available, and they just make it really easy for folks to purchase local products.
I'm Coley Duffy.
I'm Cody Ward.
And
we're the Chainsaw Brothers.
Actually, we're cousins. A few days after Helene, we was in the driveway having a couple beers, waiting on the power to come back on. And we heard so many people calling, needing trees removed, and couldn't afford it.
So I called my dad to borrow a chainsaw, and over the next few months, we cleared trees for our neighbors. Our business was born out of wanting to help Western North Carolina get back on our feet.
We are fully insured and licensed. We keep our promises, meaning if we say we're going to be there, we'll be there. In these parts, we live how we were raised.
When you call the Chainsaw Brothers, you're not a customer, you're family. We're good at what we do, and we do it for a reasonable cost.
For all your chainsaw needs, call the Chainsaw Brothers. 828-316-1013. Or find us on Facebook. See how we treat our family.
Are you still covered up with storm damage and debris?
Call us about our daily rates at 828-316-1013. That's 828-316-1013. We're the Chainsaw Brothers, and with our neighbors, we're Western North Carolina strong.
Woohoo!
Are you prepared for an emergency or disaster? Because it's not a matter of if, but when. Don't find yourself saying,
I'll trust water bottles and a flashlight to save the day, but I'll be proved wrong.
With a tornado approaching, I'll realize that I like a wheelchair-accessible shelter.
When the floodwaters rise, I'll be up in the attic with 20 cans of beans. It's a recipe for disaster.
Let's prepare so we all have a better story to tell. Get started at ready.gov/older adults. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
Asheville's Real Rock 105.1. Your home for the Braves After Dark coverage of Atlanta Braves baseball. Brought to you by Parks Ford of Hendersonville. Experience the Parks promise at parksfordhendersonville.com.
The Sportsocracy.
Let's open up the whole can and kick ass and kill them all. Let the paramedics sort them out.
We're back in the Sportsocracy. It's ESPN Asheville. Prediction week, the NFC East. The Washington Commanders should have a bounce-back year this year. hopefully the injury issues that they dealt with last year will not be a problem. I believe they've also added some talent to that team. And I'm expecting good things. In the YouTube comments, Gambit fan says the commies look really good. And then a stiff breeze lightly grazes Jaden Daniels. And whew, there it goes.
No, so long as Tank doesn't say nice things, we'll be fine.
So go ahead, because I have only good things to say.
Which reminds me, you're not allowed to say good things. Yeah, listen, Patient Zero, you keep whatever that is off the off the Washington Commanders.
Yep.
Look, the schedule starts really tough.
If they have a winnable game on their schedule, they'll winnable it for me.
The schedule starts really tough.
It does.
At Philadelphia, at Dallas, home to Seattle is wicked.
Mm-hmm.
And then what?
Well,
Indianapolis, yep. Home to the Giants, yep. San Francisco, I'm not overly worried about that. I actually had San Francisco winning it, but
I do not.
Not overly worried about it.
I don't have San Francisco winning it, but it certainly should be a worry. Monday night in San Francisco.
Then you get a bye.
Mm-hmm.
You're home to Philadelphia. That is a game I do think they will win.
Advantaged them with the rest. Then you got to
home to L.A.
You got to host L.A. That's going to be tough.
I do not love that one.
Mm-mm.
That just feels like a bad setup having to play Philadelphia. You have to play them twice in the first 7 weeks, 8 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
The one caveat is that L.A. game is a 1 o'clock kick. West Coast team coming east. You never know. Washington in November, it could be cold. Matthew Stafford's had some cold weather issues.
Plus, how good can LA be?
Well, I mean, they're not going to go 17-0.
Exactly. There has to be some games on LA's schedule that I could see them dropping that game. This was one of them. This was one of the possibles for me I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe my memory is serving me incorrectly here, but I don't really remember L.A. losing too many of those games that you went, how in the hell did they lose to the Dolphins? Do they do that very often? Because I don't think they do.
They lost the Panthers last year. I remember that one specifically.
That was one, but that was also East,
the playoff
West
team.
coming East, and, tough game. I get it. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm misremembering that. But
he just went Roger Clemens.
Right. That was one of my games that goes, that could be a loss.
They did lose to Atlanta last year. I remember that one on Monday Night Football. That was Bijan Robinson ate their lunchbox.
I had wiped that one from my memory, apparently.
Other than that, there have not been a ton.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, although I do find it funny that you said, how did they lose to the Dolphins? And they lost to the Dolphins 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I could see Washington winning that game.
I could as well. You got the New York Giants. They're not in your class.
I was about to say, and that's where the schedule takes a turn.
Right.
Because for the rest of the season, the only teams that they play after that Week 9 game with the Rams that I know that team is good.
Mm-hmm.
I know the Cincinnati Bengals are good. I know the Houston, if Joe Burrow's upright.
Right, and that's Week 11.
I know the Houston Texans are good.
Mm-hmm.
And then you play Dallas in the final week of the season, and Dallas didn't have anything to play for.
Mm-hmm. And even if Jacksonville is a shade of what they were last year, that'll be a tough game in Week 17 on the road. But it's not like you're not going to be playing for something.
I have Washington.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, because you're going to be playing for playoff spot.
I have Washington 10-7 making the playoffs.
I have them at 11-6.
I think they're going to add Brandon Ayuk probably sometime in the next 2 to 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
That gives you a legit 2. Everybody slides down a spot. And Jaden Daniels healthy. I think the line will be good. Sonny Styles was the star of minicamp.
Mm-hmm.
Shocker.
Mm-hmm.
I feel really good about the defense. I still don't love the corners. But they're okay. I really like Trey
I'm
Amos.
still not wild about your pass rush all that much, but there's possibilities.
Chase
here.
on.
I mean, there's possibilities here, right? Chase on's coming off a good year. He'll need to be the guy, though.
Owa's the guy.
Owa's the guy?
No doubt. They gave him $100 million. Yeah, he's the guy.
Okay.
Owa's the guy. You've also got Nick Cross, who can blitz coming out of the secondary. Got a couple young guys in Josephs and Drake Jackson. Dorrance Armstrong is a nice rotational piece. I'm good with it.
Mm-hmm.
I love how the defense is. I also love that the play caller is different. This is a guy off that Brian Flores tree, and it's just going to be multiple looks. I think that's really going to help with how multiple they are. Because, look, Luvu's not the freak that Sonny Styles is, but he's no slouch either.
No. He's a fine gap filler.
Added Leo Chenal as a nice depth piece. I don't know where all these guys are going to play. I will say Washington is one of the teams that I look at and go, something about this roster doesn't feel like it lines up exactly right. So I feel like there might be a position switch coming for somebody.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just not sure who it is. And then you got to find somebody in the secondary.
Yep.
The hope is that Quan Martin steps up. Adding Nick Cross helps because Nick's a super athletic guy.
Mm-hmm.
And that is the one thing that nobody can look at this defense and not tell you is that it is way more athletic than it was a year ago.
Yes.
One of the things that killed Washington last year was that Bobby Wagner was just so easy to get into bad situations because he just can't cover. I mean, at this point, he cannot cover. He is a first two-down linebacker. They do not have that problem anymore.
Mm-mm. I'm not in love with your secondary, but I'm also not just completely hopeless about it. Because you do have young players that with a little more time, maybe they can, I still have faith in Sainra still. I like Trey Amos.
Sainra still is one of the weirdest players I think I've ever seen. Coming in the league, I thought no shot he ever plays on the outside. He's been better on the outside in large part than he's been in the slot. I think there's a reason for that. But a lot of the time he was in the slot, it was because he was going up against Amon-Ra St. Brown or somebody like that.
You've made tweaks that makes this defense more effective.
The front, I believe, will be so efficient that it can cover the secondary a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also not positive they're done. And look, if a veteran hits that market that or is still out there, Washington's in on it. I promise you.
Mm-hmm.
Not having their second-round pick burned them. But it also got you Laramie Tunsil.
I'm thinking, what else could they add?
A corner.
Is there anybody out there?
Not anybody that makes you feel warm and fuzzy.
Okay.
But
even adding a body, maybe, it definitely will help depth-wise. And I like Washington. I do. I got him at 11
No, he doesn't.
wins. He's got him at 12.
He's got him at 6 wins and 11 losses.
Or no, you had him at 10.
I have him at 10.
You had
I
him
got him at 10. So.
I had him at 11.
You're not allowed to say nice things about
I'm done.
you are why we cannot have nice things.
Mm-hmm.
Gary Birch actually said Quan was decent in the slot. Quan Martin's one of those hybrid safety slot guys. That is one thing I have looked at is there a possibility that this is where we're going to start to see Percy Butler or one of those other guys play at free safety and allow Quan to slide down in the slot?
Mm-hmm.
And then Amik Robertson and Akella Weatherspoon are depth guys.
Or if,
it's an astute point from Gary. I didn't think to bring it up.
Yeah,
but
I was going to say, or if I got 4 slots and I got 5-6 guys that I can rotate around, that's almost a cheat code. You don't know which way I'm going with who.
I'm really curious of how does all of this look.
Mm-hmm.
I think Washington, and I mean this is not me being funny or anything like that. I think Washington is one of the teams I am the most excited to see in the new year, just because I want to see what it looks like.
Yeah, most definitely. And as bad as last year turned out after the preseason predictions were so high, extenuating circumstances obviously played a role in that. But you're headed in the right direction. Washington Commanders, 3rd place in the division, still better than most teams in other divisions. Your 2nd place team in the the NFC East. Is it the Philadelphia Eagles or the Dallas Cowgirls? We'll find out when we come back.
ESPN Asheville, your mountain weather forecast.
Rain showers will continue to increase in coverage, maybe intensity, not in terms of severe weather, but could have some downpours in spots as we get into the afternoon. And even on through Friday, Saturday, Sunday, going to continue to beat the same old drum. The rain is needed. I know it's a holiday weekend, though. Maybe you've got camping plans or something. 80 today, tonight with the showers and thunderstorms near 60. And with the wet weather scattered around tomorrow, only near 70 degrees. And more scattered storms, as we mentioned, over the holiday weekend. From the Weather Channel, I'm Ray Staging.
This report is sponsored by AutoZone. Get in the zone. It's time to say goodnight to that check engine light with the free AutoZone Fix Finder service. It'll help troubleshoot the likely cause of your light for free, so you can drive with peace of mind. Restrictions apply. Get in the zone. AutoZone.
iHeart's Yacht Rock Radio goes commercial-free all Memorial Day weekend. Smooth sailing with the greatest from the 70s and 80s. Just open the free iHeart app, search Yacht Rock, and start listening now.
Sure, you know Appalachian Motor Coach is the official shuttle sponsor of the Living the Dream Tailgate Tour. But did you know that they can get you anywhere in style? Weddings, bachelorette parties, corporate gatherings, family reunions. Appalachian Motor Coach makes the ride part of the fun. Luxury seating, climate control, and none of the stress of parking or driving. Appalachian Motor Coach gets you there relaxed, on time, and ready for the party. For more information, visit them at AppalachianMotorCoach.com. Appalachian Motor Coach, the best memories start on the ride.
Do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Our mission, to improve lives with every interaction. This is JW, General Manager at Parks Ford Hendersonville. Experience the Parks Promise today at ParksFordHendersonville.com. That's ParksFordHendersonville.com.
When you're a grocery store, hunger has no place in your community. That's why at Ingalls, we donate over 2 million pounds of food every year to those who need it. It's the right thing to do, and we know you do the same. Ingalls, your neighbor for over 50 years.
I'm Naheem Hines. I support the Muscular Dystrophy Association because they help my mom and kids like Ethan.
Thanks to the Muscular Dystrophy Association and people like you, I have more hope than ever before.
Join us and learn more at MDA.org today.
I'm Coley Duffy.
I'm Cody Ward.
And
we're the Chainsaw Brothers.
Actually, we're cousins. A few days after Helene, we was in the driveway having a couple beers, waiting on the power to come back on. And we heard so many people calling, needing trees removed, and couldn't afford it.
So I called my dad to borrow a chainsaw, and over the next few months, we cleared trees for our neighbors. Our business was born out of wanting to help Western North Carolina get back on our feet.
We are fully insured and licensed. We keep our promises, meaning if we say we're going to be there, we'll be there. In these parts, we live how we were raised.
When you call the Chainsaw Brothers, you're not a customer, you're family. We're good at what we do, and we do it for a reasonable cost.
For all your chainsaw needs, call the Chainsaw Brothers. 828-316-1013. Or find us on Facebook. See how we treat our family.
Are you still covered up with storm damage and debris?
Call us about our daily rates at 828-316-1013. That's 828-316-1013. We're the Chainsaw Brothers, and with our neighbors, we are Western North Carolina strong.
Woohoo!
Clarissa sells WNC as the #1 team in Buncombe County. We have the customer service experience to assist you in achieving your real estate goals. Our team offers something that 90% of listings in our market won't have, Zillow Showcase. Check us out at clarissasellswnc.com.
The Sportsocracy.
Gets the rebound, passes it to the man, shoots it, and boom goes the dynamite.
And welcome back into the Sportsocracy. It's ESPN Asheville. Heard everywhere on the iHeart Radio app. Prediction week continuing. Rounding out here with the final two teams of the NFC East. The second place team in 2026 in the division. The Dallas Cowboys, right?
The Philadelphia Eagles.
Okay.
I'm a little shocked that you have Philadelphia at 1.
Okay.
How do you score?
Saquon Barkley.
Didn't do it last year. You had him last year with practically this exact same offensive line. Wasn't good.
Devontae Smith.
Who's now a 1, and he never has been before. What happens to Devontae Smith when guys get physical with him? Because he's real thin.
Mm-hmm.
This A.J. Brown thing is a much bigger deal than people make it.
Okay.
There's a reason we've talked about it as much as we have. I think this completely puts the onus on Jalen Hurts, and I'm not going to lie to you, he's just never shown me an ability without A.J. Brown to be that guy. He's fine.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm not telling you he's Geno Smith.
Mm-hmm.
He's not a great thrower of the football. The weapons are nowhere near as – without A.J. Brown, you cannot tell me these weapons are good. You have a slot rookie and then just a bunch of dudes. That's not a good receiver room. Oh, but Dallas Goedert, what about him? You have a plus tight end. Hit 600 yards last year. Oh, but 11 touchdowns. Mm-hmm. That's great. Attention's going to be way more on him in the red zone with no A.J. Brown.
So, Eli Stowers, Dontavian Wicks,
Eli
Hollywood
Stowers,
Brown, none of
rookie.
those guys have a role.
Eli Stowers is a rookie that's basically going to have to learn to play a new position because he's not a tight end. He is a wide receiver. Now, if he's trying to learn to play tight end, then he's 2 years away because that's not what he is. He's a big receiver. And that's fine. If you're thinking that 2 rookies are going to be what pushes this along, if you have Pat Mahomes, sure, you don't. You have Jalen Hurts. And I think Washington is really close to you, and I think Dallas is better than you.
Okay.
The schedule is not – it's not awful. It's not beautiful either. It thins out pretty nicely down towards the end. But, I mean, there are a lot of losable games on this schedule. Now, the positive is that I do have the Cowboys and the Eagles with the exact same record.
Mm-hmm.
They're both 11-6. But I do have Dallas winning the tiebreaker.
Okay. All right.
Philadelphia is a good team.
Yes.
I'm not saying they're not. You can't tell me it's not going to hurt you to not have A.J. Brown.
Well,
I just don't believe you.
Sure.
Even if he's not contributing to the offense, which he didn't at times last year.
I was just saying there was a lot of time last year that that it was, why? Why are you not giving me the ball?
You know what I can't get out of my head?
Mm-hmm.
This is the team that got the absolute bejesus beat out of them by the New York Giants last year. I can't get over that.
Okay.
I can't get my brain will not get past that. And then I look at who you beat, and you started out with those 4 wins, and that was great. Then you lose to Denver. You had that really confusing loss at the New York Giants.
Mm-hmm.
From there, you didn't really beat anybody that I think's any good. I mean, you beat Buffalo in one of the grossest games I think I've ever watched in my life, where your starting quarterback threw for 110 yards.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, it was a lot of the Raiders and Washington with no quarterback and Vegas and Detroit, who was clunky. Green Bay, that was a clunky game coming off a bye. I think this team has a lot of talent. I don't love your coach and I don't love your quarterback, and that makes it really hard for me to love you.
Mm-hmm.
And now I look at this schedule and go, okay, let's be really honest about some things. Would you be shocked if Washington beat them in Philadelphia week 1?
Probably.
Shocked. Stunned.
Probably.
I don't agree with you. I wouldn't be.
Losing a division game at home to open the season? Yeah, it would.
It would not stun me. I have them losing to Chicago in Chicago.
Okay.
I don't think they're beating the Rams 2 years in a row because, let's be really honest, the Rams beat you silly sideways last year, and then they just kind of stopped. You had 2 blocked field goals, if I remember correctly, in that game?
Yes.
That's what you needed to beat them.
Mm-hmm.
I won't be shocked if you go to Jacksonville and lose. I won't be shocked if Dallas comes to you and beats you. I just don't like this offense because none of it really makes a whole lot of sense.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you said lean on Saquon Barkley. I agree with you wholeheartedly.
Mm-hmm.
He averaged 4.1 yards carry last year. Do you know how hard it is to get a back as good as Saquon Barkley? Do you know how hard it is? to make him look as average as he looked for the vast majority of last year? You almost have to try.
I was going to say, we watched the New York Giants do it for several years.
Yeah, it's funny you said that. I actually kind of baited you into that. Of all the years that he was in New York, he was only below what he did last year in Philadelphia twice. Mm-hmm. He was there 6 years. He was only below that output-wise. He was only there twice, and he was hurt in both of those seasons. Mm-hmm. He wasn't hurt last year. I don't care what any of you say. He was not hurt. Now, he might have had the wear and tear of an NFL season, but he's an NFL running back. You did not block particularly well for him, and that was with A.J. Brown. And now, here's the fun part of Philadelphia. What's the last thing you would ever ask Jalen Hurts to do? What's the worst offense you could possibly put him in?
What?
West Coast. What's Sean Mannion run? West Coast offense. And that's what he wants to install. So now you have a quarterback that has an elongated throwing motion, is not particularly accurate, and he's predicated on kind of open source play, where plays break down and I make a play inside of that. And you just put him in one of the most regimented, scripted offenses in the league. And you took away his number one receiver. Good luck with that. This team's going to win games. I'm not debating that. Mm-hmm. You are so talented because Howie Roseman is so good at putting these pieces together. Your coach is not great. And I think you will lose to good coaches.
Okay.
I also think you'll lose to good offenses because I don't think you can score with them.
Okay. I mean, most of what Jalen Hurts has been doing has been pretty closer to the offensive line, has it not? And that's pretty much what you do in a West Coast offense.
West Coast is all about timing. It's all about timing and accuracy. Two things that he is not good at. Mm-hmm. Jalen Hurts is really good when a play breaks down. I think if I'm being honest, I think Philadelphia fell in love with the idea of Sean Mannion, and they did not care how it went on the backside. And this kind of goes to that Tanner McKee thing I've been saying forever. If Tanner McKee was the starting quarterback of the Philadelphia Eagles, they win the division. Coming into this offense, they win the division. Because there's 2 games they lose on this schedule that I'm looking at right now. I don't think they would lose with Tanner McKee.
And which ones are those?
I don't necessarily think they would lose to the Bears. I don't love Caleb Williams.
Yeah, I didn't have him losing to the Bears either.
I think that's I'll say kind of a gross fest game.
Mm-hmm.
I also don't think they would lose to the Houston Texans. Jalen Hurts, I can pin my ears back because I'm not really worried about him beating me deep. Not with anything that's here. Hollywood Brown, how many times do you have to have that rug pulled out from underneath you before you go, oh, yeah, he's not good? He's not. I mean, we've seen this for years. It worked 1 year, one time. And now you're giving him a less accurate quarterback. I don't get it. None of this makes any sense to me. Oh, we fixed it with Mekhi Lemon. Okay. Rookie wide receiver. That works every time.
He's going to be good, right?
He's going to be good, but how often do rookie wide receivers come in and just blow the league out?
I mean, I think we've had several over the last few years.
Name them.
Huh?
Name them.
Okay. Ladd McConkey. That was a good one.
Ladd McConkey did not blow. He had a ton of catches.
Ted McMillan. He had
blew out the league. He was the rookie of the year last year.
Yeah, he had a big year last year.
He had a good year. He was also a gigantic wide receiver. Mm-hmm. And most of the guys that you're getting ready to say, because you could throw Brian Thomas Jr. in there, you could throw Malik Neighbors in there. You know what most of those guys have in common? It's all stats. They're all on bad teams.
Mm-hmm.
You go up against legit defenses and find me the guy that routinely wins. Go back and look go pull a game log for Ted McMillan. Look who his best games were against.
Mm-hmm.
It is hard to come into this league and be a dude right off the jump. So you said Ted McMillan.
Yeah.
He had 1,000 yards last year.
Mm-hmm.
In 17 games, he had 1,000 yards. He was one of 20. I think there were about 20 guys that had 1,000 yards.
Sure.
I wouldn't really say that's setting the league on fire. It's good. Mm-hmm. He had a good year. You're asking this kid to be the 2.
Yeah.
Oh, and by the way, he disappeared at times at USC.
And before somebody throws this name out in the chat, somebody threw out Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson. That Mekhi Lemon's not that.
No,
that's why I didn't say those names, because he's not.
He's
in
not
that
Ted
class.
McMillan either. He went 20 in the worst draft I've ever analyzed. There's a reason for that. Because when guys put their hands on him, he can't break away. He's very crafty.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm sorry, you can't tell me this team gets better without A.J. Brown. That just doesn't make any damn sense. A.J. Brown's one of the 5 best receivers in this league. Jalen Hurts is not a plus quarterback. He's a net neutral in any way that you analyze this. And then you look at the other side of this coin. The Dallas Cowboys got better at every single level of that team. The offense was already good. The defense was a joke.
Mm-hmm. And is it going to be much better this year?
Really? Look at that defense and tell me how it's not. First of all, just the scheme change by itself is a plus. Just the fact you got away from Matt Eberflus, who I still maintain has naked pictures of somebody.
Mm-hmm.
And they're doing something horrible, because I have thought that might be the biggest idiot in this league for half a decade. And then you look at what they added. Rashawn Gary is better as a pass rusher than anything they had last year, fact or fiction.
Sure.
Quinnen Williams, a whole year in a new defense which fits him way better, is an improvement. Just look up and down that defense. It's kind of hard to not look at that and go, yeah, I think that's going to be better. I think this team fits better in a 3-4 than they did in a 4-3. Mm-hmm. And then you look to the secondary. Oh, yeah, we added Caleb Downs, who I think is going to be. Mm-hmm. I mean, if you told me right now I had to make an even money wager on anybody to win Defensive Rookie of the Year, it's Caleb Downs, and it's not close.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, you add him to any team in the league, it's going to get better. But again, were they good last year?
Who's they?
The secondary of the Dallas Cowboys.
The secondary was in a completely different system. I'm asking you to do – Savon Ravel was the worst corner in the NFL last year, and it was not close.
Mm-hmm.
You know why? Because you're asking him to do things that don't make a whole lot of sense. Because Matt Eberflus wanted to bend this team to exactly what he wanted them to do. And that's what stupid coaches do. Mm-hmm. You know what happened when they hired the new defensive coordinator in Dallas? He walked in and said, my system will contour to the players that we have on this team because we have players. And he's right. I've never loved Deron Bland, excuse me. Sorry, I was looking at the roster and saw CeeDee Lamb out of the corner of my eye. Turned him into one person. This team was good offensively before. They couldn't stop a nosebleed with a roll of paper towels. Mm-hmm. They were horrific defensively. Go look at that schedule and be real honest with yourself. It starts pretty tough. Mm-hmm. They get the Giants, which should be a win. They get Washington at home. They host Baltimore. They go to Houston.
Yep.
Then what? You take away that Philadelphia game, I don't think there's not a game they won't be favored in until they play Philadelphia again.
Yeah, I agree.
And a gajillion of them somehow are at home. They play 4 of 5 games at home between the Philadelphia game and the Seattle game.
Mm-hmm.
Then they get a bye before they have to play the Rams in L.A., which, I hate to tell you this, will be a Dallas Cowboy home game like every game out in L.A. is. Why that is, I don't know. You have 2 really good teams and you don't even show up to support them. And then you end the year with Jacksonville, the Giants, and at Washington. At Washington's tough, and it could very well be for a playoff spot.
Mm-hmm.
That is entirely in the range of possibility.
For somebody, it will be. Or could be.
Dallas being competent on defense with that offense, I like that better than Philadelphia.
Okay.
And I know that sounds great. I was the biggest Cowboy hater in the world last year.
I still don't like them better than Philly. I mean, they're still going to be a good team. I got them with 12 wins. I think this is going to be a team that wins a bunch of games.
I have them with 11. Them and Philly are tied with 11, and I have Dallas beating Philadelphia twice.
I just don't know if it's as good as they're going to need to be to win it all, basically. You got to be better than Philadelphia. And I think they're still fractionally better than you because I still like the defense better.
Oh, I like the defense. I don't disagree with that.
Yeah.
I feel like people undervalue Nick Sirianni's ability to screw this up.
Sure.
He's made 4 coaching hires the entire time he's been in Philadelphia, and 3 of them have been disasters.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but Sean Mannion, who's never called a play in his life, and his system doesn't make a lick of sense for Jalen Hurts. That one's going to work out. And look, I like the guy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know him personally, but everybody I've ever talked to said this was a guy that even when he was playing in the league, we knew he was going to be a coach.
He's the dude, yeah.
This is his second year.
Mm-hmm.
2. And now he's the OC of the Philadelphia Eagles. And this is not an easy offense to call. It's just not. Look how many OCs Jalen Hurts has had. Look how many of them have been good.
Mm-hmm.
Give you a hint. The one is the head coach of the Indianapolis Colts right now. The others have all been disasters. In some shape, form, or fashion, they have all been disasters. And so now we're here with an inexperienced coach, and I love what Dallas is doing, and I don't love where Philadelphia's headed.
All right. We can agree to disagree if these are 2 chips.
2 of the 4.
Passing
He's right. Gamut's right. Moore was not a disaster, and Shane Steichen wasn't. You're right. It was 2 of the 4.
Yeah.
I was doing that thing in my head where math didn't math.
Dallas, Washington, Philadelphia. This is one of the best divisions in football to watch this year.
I think
to me
probably is the best division in football.
There are others that could be competitive. The AFC West comes to mind.
The AFC West and the NFC East have a big similarity.
Mm-hmm.
There's 3 teams that it will not shock me if they win the division. And look, all the things I just said about Philadelphia, it won't shock me if they still find a way to win the division.
Yep.
Because you still got Howie Roseman up top that I never know exactly what he's going to do, but every time he does it, I go, how do we keep letting him do this? How do we keep letting him do this?
What secret is he holding? What plan does he have for the A.J. Brown deal?
The A.J. Brown deal is going to be a 2027 first-round pick from the New England Patriots.
Mm-hmm.
I don't ever report things. I reported that one. That's the hang-up here. Philadelphia didn't want to pick in this class.
Mm-hmm.
Get it. I understand it fully. You want that bullet in the gun for next year. And now I'm going to say something.
Don't they also save a bunch of money doing it post-June 1?
Yes.
Yeah.
And now I'm going to say something that I don't think I've heard anybody else say.
Yeah.
Why do they want that pick in 2027 so bad? What does 2027 have a lot of?
A bunch of quarterbacks.
Just saying. Just saying.
Mm-hmm. And 2 picks in the first round could help you maybe take a quarterback and something to help him out, or maybe you pool your resources, move up a little bit, and get the quarterback that you want. Who knows? Either way you slice it, still going to be a good year for the Philadelphia Eagles. Still going to be a good year for the Dallas Cowboys. And the Washington Commanders are trying to make that bounce back. And the trash talk in that division is going to be fantastic for 18 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one thing that I do know.
I think it's the most – I think it is the most entertaining division in the NFL.
Yeah, quite possibly. You're in the Sportsocracy. This is ESPN Asheville. That's going to wrap it up for prediction week for me.
Yes, Tank is dying.
Mm-hmm. It's taking everything I have not to cough on the microphone here. So I will go ahead and say my goodbyes for the holiday weekend. I hope everybody stays safe. It's going to be a rainy weekend, so if you've got plans outdoors, either 1, change them, or 2, just don't go out there holding metal umbrellas in the rain, all right? Let's keep everybody intact for the weekend, and don't forget what the holiday is all about. Jeremy, tomorrow, what's we got? We'll play it by ear.
We'll let you know on social media. I got 21 hours to figure that out. So
indeed. So for now, we will say adieu here on the Sportsocracy on ESPN Asheville, everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. Don't forget to follow us on all the socials at The Sportsocracy.
ESPN Asheville, your mountain weather forecast.
Rain showers will continue to increase in coverage, maybe intensity, not in terms of severe weather, but Could have some downpours in spots as we get into the afternoon. And even on through Friday, Saturday, Sunday, going to continue to beat the same old drum. The rain is needed. I know it's a holiday weekend, though. Maybe you've got camping plans or something. 80 today, tonight with the showers and thunderstorms near 60. And with the wet weather scattered around tomorrow, only near 70 degrees. And more scattered storms, as we mentioned, over the holiday weekend. For the Weather Channel, I'm Ray Staging.
This report is sponsored by Straight Talk Wireless. Every now and then you find a deal that actually feels like a win. With Straight Talk Wireless, you get more and pay less. Now that's a good deal. No contracts, no credit checks, no surprises, all on Verizon's 5G network. Find it in the same place you've always found straightforward prices, exclusively at Walmart and StraightTalk.com.
This is Small Business Month. Hey, it's Tank Spencer, and all this month, ESPN Asheville is celebrating the small businesses that keep our community strong. With the help of Air Vent Exteriors, we're giving all local shops a chance to get in front of more customers. This month, nominate a small business that makes a difference in Western North Carolina. And if that business is chosen, they win a $100 Amazon gift card and a $2,500 ad campaign on our iHeartRadio Asheville stations. Nominations are open. Just go to ESPNAVL.com.
Western North Carolina is full of vibrant communities supported by many local businesses. Air Vent Exteriors, located in Arden, is proud to strengthen our local community by supporting other local businesses, providing employment opportunities, and giving time and money to local charities. And we know of many other local businesses that help boost this beautiful area that we work, play, and live in. Air Vent Exteriors encourages you to support the companies in your backyard and to visit airventexteriors.com.
Selling your home? Don't settle for average. Our real estate team at Clarissa Sells WNC and eXp Realty offers Zillow Showcase, an exclusive AI-powered listing experience available to just the top 10% of all listings in our area. With immersive media, cutting-edge design, and elevated marketing, Showcase listings, they go pending quicker and sell for up to $9,000 more than standard listings. Ready to stand out in a crowded market? Give our team a call today, 828-774-6343, because your home deserves the spotlight.
This is J.W. Whitley, General Manager at Parks Ford of Hendersonville. Our value of urgency, timely, responsive, focused, prioritizing you as our customer and the community that we serve to do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Experience the Parks Promise today at parksfordhendersonville.com.
The Ingalls Advantage isn't just about savings or the best quality food for your family. It's more than that. It's the advantage of being a part of a community. That's why we provide over 2 million pounds of food every year through regular donations and programs like the Ingalls Giving Tree, Food for Thought, and the Ingalls Fill a Backpack program. It's the right thing to do, and we know that you would do the same. Ingalls, your neighbor for over 50 years.
Sure, you know Appalachian Motor Coach is the official shuttle sponsor of the Living the Dream Tailgate Tour. But did you know that they can get you anywhere in style? Weddings, bachelor or bachelorette parties, corporate gatherings, family reunions, Appalachian Motor Coach makes the ride part of the fun. Luxury seating, climate control, and none of the stress of parking or driving. Appalachian Motor Coach gets you there relaxed, on time, and ready for the party. For more information, visit them at AppalachianMotorCoach.com. Appalachian Motor Coach, the best memories start on the ride.
First News on 570 with Mark Starling and Tank Spencer.
I have 2 growing children to pay for.
Aren't they old enough to work yet? I feel like we should put them through a summer work internship.
Weekday mornings at 6.
Why don't you bring them to work with you every day?
Why don't you bring them to work? Wait, no. No, somebody else take them to work with them every day.
On News Radio 570 WWNC.
This is my me time.
My me time, he says.
And now on 92.9 FM.
I'm Amy Grant. No one was more surprised than I was to learn I was living with a rare heart condition. So listen to your heart. I'm here today because I did. Learn more at helpheart.org.
Most people out here think that taking care of one another is important. And most people would step up for a neighbor going through a tough time. Most people around